Resurgence in the man bun, perhaps, Rod?
Yes, it's certainly, and we're bringing you all the coiffure commentary here from Anzac Park. And the players are now heading to their positions. I don't know about you, Josh, but I'm pretty excited about this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, certainly very excited here, and looking to get underway now as we see the Lindisfarne bench run off to the side there.
Okay, now we might just go for another update from the Gabba, so I'll head over to our score person, Rosie. Now, Rosie, can you tell us, is there an update from the Gabba?
Yeah, bit of a change. The Lions now lead by 2, 8-6 over the Hawks at the Gabba.
How far into the game are we, Rosie?
We're 16 minutes into the first quarter.
Fantastic. Thanks for that update. Have you got a sponsor, Rosie? Is anybody sponsoring you in bringing us these updates?
No, not as yet.
Yeah, well, there's an opportunity for any business out there that wants to sponsor us. Okay, well, let's focus our attention now on Anzac Park. Josh, you just want to talk us through this?
As we see now, we're setting up here. The umpire's ready for the big moment, and Mark Nichols looking pretty happy there about something on the wing for the Tigers. Probably happy to be back in after a decent game last week, playing a lot of reserves this year. He's back into the senior side for his second game of the year, so a lot of experience there as well.
Okay, we're getting very close to the start of the game. We'll hear that siren whiz in a moment. And Sam Reeves starting in the ruck, as you predicted yesterday. The umpire holds the ball aloft and we're ready to go. Okay, so the umpire throws the ball up. Sam Reeves, as I mentioned, in the ruck, but looks like it's in dispute there on the ground. A Lindisfarne player has it. He comes out with the ball and handballs it nicely, although it won't count on the stats because he's just handballed it back to the umpire. It's down to Langdale. That's his first kick for the game already, and we go forward towards the Gilston Bay end, and that, of course, is Brent Nally. He's kicked that forward, but the ball's in dispute there in the pocket. And we've got Lindisfarne lost possession already. And what's happening? The umpire's going to impose himself on the game, and it's a free kick to Hobart. What do you think of that, Josh?
Not sure much in that one, but Brenton Alley looks like he's going to line up here pretty well straight in, on a slight angle, probably only 25 metres out. So he'll be looking to capitalise early here for the Tigers in his long sleeve number 7 Guernsey.
Yeah, he likes the long sleeves, doesn't he? He's quite distinctive, stands out. And what sort of an angle do you reckon that is, Josh?
Not too far from straight there. Should slot this one, but you never know. No, he hasn't actually. He's missed it to the right there. Hasn't quite not quite marked by Huxley. Through for a behind there.
Dylan Huxley certainly fooled me. He was trying to fool the umpire, but it was through for a behind to Hobart.
Looks like Mitchell to bring it back in for Lindisfarne there. Kicks wide to the pocket, and it's marked by Case Miller on the right pocket there.
Okay, so Case Miller kicks it up, but Sam Reeves, great opportunity there for him, but did not continue. And we see the umpire once again will ball it up in the pocket for Hobart up at the Gilston Bay end, or the village.
Exactly, with the handball away there onto the ground. It's picked up by number 6, Michael Clark. He gets a handball away. Lindisfarne player drops it in Edmondson. We've already mentioned him early, looking for a big day today. Looks like Reeves gets a handball out to Woods, who gets a scrappy handball out for Hobart. And Lindisfarne with the ball again now as Cunliffe's tackled without it. Looks like Reeves has perhaps taken higher. Perhaps he might have acted a little bit there. Not too sure on that one. Looks like a ball up just being called there.
Sam Reeves touching his lip, trying to indicate to the umpire that, yes, he copped one in the face.
Reeves with the hit out to Langdale, scrappy handball away, and Sullivan sort of falls over here. The ball goes out of bounds there. Bit of a soccer kick, but nothing more happening there as we see a throw-in now in front of the Hobart bench.
That'll be our first throw-in for the game, I believe.
You see now, looks like Reeves hasn't quite managed to hit out. Cunliffe perhaps taken high for Lindisfarne by Langdale, but he's gotten away with it now. Lindisfarne looking to get the clearance. I think it's for Zachary with the handball out.
And there we see Lindisfarne coming through the centre now, but the ball bounces well for Hobart, although the player's unable to actually get it. Sullivan's in there. He's trying hard. And Langdale again, he's always where the ball is. And there's a couple of players on top of the ball there. The umpire's coming in, and I think he will throw it up again just outside the 50-metre zone for Lindisfarne. A good tap from Lindisfarne, but straight to the Hobart player. And, oh, yes, he was lucky to get away with that incorrect disposal. Sullivan's in there, and Langdale, it comes to Langdale again. Langdale is still burrowing in. It's pretty impressive. He plays a bit of tunnel ball and gets it back to himself. And we see that there might be another ball up.
See a bit of a push and shove there between Cunliffe and Ali there. We see Cunliffe and Langdale, very similar players, both tunnelling a lot over the ball here early. So Ali with a handball out to Langdale, who gets the ball over the boundary and runs into the Lindisfarne bench there, but a little bit of push and shove, but not too much happening here now.
It's a bit silly, isn't it? Andrew Fleming and Sam Reeves involved in that. Andrew Fleming from Lindisfarne. So the ball's thrown in and was really an indecisive tap. And there's somebody, I think that's got to be too high, doesn't it?
Ganninan with a free kick there as
Right,
he's wrapped around there. Plays on now, wheels on to the right there. He's got a kick away, presenting to, looks like Woods at centre-half forward, can't take it. Webster can't get it either for the Tigers. Woods got it back with a handball towards the centre of the ground now. And Patterson gets a kick away towards the 50. It bounces and it's through to the Lindisfarne player now, looking to bring it back. Well, they switch it across now. Looks like, I think it's Edmondson with it there. No, it's Mitchell with a handball. And Fazakli with another handball. See, Hutchinson gets a handball. Else to Lindisfarne now, finally bringing it up the wing on the left-hand side, and it's marked by number 6, Michael Clark.
Michael Clark, he's one of two brothers, came back to the club this year, and it's gone round. Oh, I thought that was a mark to Nick Hutchinson, but Hobart are coming away with it if Brenton Alley can pick it up there. And the ball has gone out of bounds just on the 50-metre line for Lindisfarne. A grandstand side of the ground, there's a bit of silliness going on there. And we'll see a throw in. Luke Sullivan there ready to grab the ball as it comes in. Now there was I think there was a couple of over the shoulders there, but the ball's in dispute on the ground. There hasn't been a lot of clear play yet, Josh.
No, not a lot. Perhaps that rain is almost there in the player's mind. Certainly very scrappy start here with a couple of, it looks like blood rule here, and as Captain Troy Cunliffe comes off now with a bit of blood on the lip there evident. Certainly his style of play, getting in and under the ball a lot, as we've seen Tim Langdale do likewise for the Tigers.
Score check. Well, it sounds like a soccer score at the moment. It's Tigers 1 behind to the 2 Blues 0.
Yep, as we ball it up now, back on half forward for Lindisfarne here. Reeves gets the hit out, Patterson taps it, but Lindisfarne come away with it now. It's number 52, Jack Anning, gets the kick away now, through for a behind to the left. Looks like Shane Bradford will bring it back into play for the Tigers in just a moment. No, he won't. Luke Sullivan, in fact, to bring it back in for the Tigers. Sullivan gets the kick away towards centre-half back. It's marked by Langdale with not too much competition there for that one. He gets a handball off to Sullivan, who's running back past and kicks now from centre-half back, right up the middle of the ground near the old pitch. Looks like it's Nichols for Hobart, gets a scrappy kick off the ground away, and Lindisfarne with the ball now as number 11, Hutchinson, picks it up and gets a kick away. Webster can't get a spoil there for the Tigers, and Lindisfarne streaming in towards the 50 now. The handball out wide onto the flank, and has he been held without it or dealt with after he's gotten rid of it? Perhaps he has now, as we see it's Matthew Tringrove 50 metres out for Lindisfarne on the right-hand flank now, looking to take a kick.
Tringrove boots it towards centre-half forward, and there he is. That is Oliver Rand, the Reverend. He's the goal kicker. He's known for his speckies, Josh. Certainly that was a strong mark, not so spectacular, but very strong, certainly imposed himself on that passage of play. And Alexander Stevens from Hobart could do nothing because the Reverend was in front. So here he comes now. He's taking the opportunity to line up and walking in nicely. Kicking from about 48 metres. What's happening there is straight through the centre for Lindisfarne. So Lindisfarne take the lead. 1 goal to 1 behind for Hobart. So Josh, that looks like an impressive player, Mr. Oliver Rand, doesn't it?
Yeah, he certainly does, and that's a great goal there. As just watch the replay on our screen here. He's kicked it right through the middle there, and Lindisfarne up and about early. About 8 minutes into the first quarter, we see the first major of the game. So
okay, let's take an AFL score check now if we can. I'll ask Rosie to let us know what's happening as the bounce goes up. And Lindisfarne going forward again, and Rand is always almost took another great mark. Cunliffe back on the ground already. Number 37, that's Nick Braslin. He's in there playing as well. And once again, it's a bit scrappy. And Rosie, what can you tell us about the score at the Gabba?
Well, the Hawks are in front, Rod. They've overtaken the Lions, so it's 18-16, 26 minutes in.
Thank you very much, Rosie. At the Gabba, back to Anzac Park. Now we see...
Howell scraps it away from Lindisfarne now. Looks like a free kick. It's, I think, a high fend-off being paid there as Triffitt's given the free kick for the Tigers right on the cricket pitch turf there. He plays on quickly now, gets around the man on the mark, comes down the pitch and he kicks it towards centre-half forward there. Looks like Beck can't get the grab for the Tigers. He's caught behind Nork and Webster, and we've got Lindisfarne now bringing it back off with a handball there. We've got number 2 there, Michael Gruber, gets a handball away, and we've got a kick now coming up the wing there for Lindisfarne. Looks like Patterson's back in the action for the Tigers here. He picks it up, gets around one, handballs now to Mark Nichols. If we're looking to wheel and handball now, back to Patterson, who steadies and kicks down the line. Reeves can't quite take the mark there for the Tigers on half forward, and it goes out of bounds for a throw-in.
That was certainly a promising attack. Hobart looked pretty cool and relaxed in that attack.
Certainly
really,
was,
Josh.
and we see a little bit more aggression there from Cunliffe. I guess playing against his former side will probably do that to you. So
Hobart come away with the ball, and it's kicked up towards the goal square. And what's going to? Oh,
okay.
No, it's gone through for a behind.
Looks like the Goff. We think Goff. We're not sure here if Goff's kick's hasn't been marked by Reeves. It's gone through for a behind, hit the post there. It must have been over the line there as he's taken it. And one behind now. We see Lindisfarne bring the ball back into play there very quickly. Streaming off the half-back line now, down the right wing towards the interchange gates there. As number 28, Jake McPherson, marks now and pushes back for Lindisfarne. He gets a short kick down the line towards number 30 in Nick Hutchinson, who's had a bit of it early as well. He wheels back into the middle of the ground, puts it towards centre-half forward, and there's a big spoil there from Alex Stevens for the Tigers. Looks like Langdale's going to run onto it to the wing, and he leaves it for Triffitt and gets tackled without it perhaps. So he'll have a free kick on the wing there, which will be taken by Hayden Triffitt, interestingly. No, it won't. It'll be taken by Langdale now, who handballs. No, he looks to handball, but he doesn't handball to the running man. He turns wheels now and brings it to centre-half forward again for the Tigers. Reeves is outmarked by 3 Lindisfarne players there.
Looked to me like a push-out, Josh.
Did look a bit of a push-out there, but nothing doing according to the umpires. So we see Lindisfarne bring it onto the right half-back flank now.
Nick Hutchinson again kicks it towards centre-half back, and that's marked by Adam Hutchinson.
One of the band of brothers I think we talked about earlier on. So, and he gets the kick away now to Gruber, who's had a little bit as well. There's a handball now sweeping to the wing, and Clark has it now. Michael Clark, that is. He gets another handball, and it's Joseph Miller with a handball.
Oh, good tackle.
I think
from
Andrew
Hobart.
Fleming brought to ground now. Hobart with the ball back, but it's intercepted well by Callum Mitchell. He handballs now, looking to bring it in is Cunliffe now on the right-hand boundary line. He has a shot. He's kicked a goal for Lindisfarne, their second. And certainly been up and about early, Troy Cunliffe there. Perhaps showing why his side is doing so well at this stage of the season.
Okay, so score check here. We see Lindisfarne 2 goals, 1 behind, 13 to the Tigers, 2 behinds. And let's go to the AFL. What can you tell us, Rosie?
Well, there's another game underway, Rod. Demons are leading Port Power 6-1, so they're ahead by 5 at Traeger Park, 4 minutes in.
In Alice Springs, interesting play. Anzac Park in Lindisfarne, and the ball's been thrown up again. Luke Sullivan, and he's an absolutely beautiful kick. So Lindisfarne going towards the wing now, and that's marked by Joseph Miller, and he stands back and kicks it up to Jake McPherson, who handballs out, and Lindisfarne coming away now through the centre, looking for the cricket pitch. And it looks like Lindisfarne will come away with this. Cunliffe lays an impressive tackle, and it is Jack Anning, who's already been involved in the action. He's a crowd favourite and kicked 4 goals last week, but it has gone out. The boundary will throw it in. Okay, we've seen 12 minutes. 99.3 FM, and a bit of an interesting situation here, and it's going back through the centre, and Patterson once again with the ball. He's out to Sullivan. Sullivan, the best kick in the league, I think, but he handballs it to Langdale, who's probably one of the best players in the league. And that's back to Woods. Woods kicks it long, but it bounces there. Reeves has been moved forward, I believe. Huxley has it. He wheels around. He's got plenty of time, and he kicks it, but it's unfortunately a behind for Huxley. So Dylan Huxley, the times they are changing, but not changing quick enough. And yes, it was very impressive. He looked to have all the time in the world, but should perhaps have taken a little bit more, Josh.
Yeah, as we see now, Braslin marks the ball from the kick in for Lindisfarne. He kicks it now towards centre-half back. It can't quite take the mark there, but Lindisfarne wheel it away now with a big handball. Back to Cunliffe in the middle of the ground. He gets a kick out wide towards Andrew Fleming, I think it is. He brings it inside 50 now. It's headed towards full forward, and it can't quite be brought down by Oliver Rand at full forward. It goes through for a behind for the Blues.
Who got that one, Josh? Who was that?
I think it was Fleming. I think kicked that behind there for the Blues. As we see now, Sullivan to bring the ball back into play for the Tigers once again.
Certainly a great kick, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. As we see now, he kicks it well past centre-half back onto the old pitch again there, as Ali picks it up for the Tigers and fumbles it. See now, Fitz with a handball there. Langdale's over the ball, but tackled without it, and he's got a free kick now. Certainly getting his head over the footy a lot early there. So.
If you want to SMS us here in the studio, it's 0427 334 336. That's the Edge Radio text line, 0427 334 336. So Langdale looking where he should kick this, and is he going straight up the middle? It's sort of a mid-range kick, and that's been handed out. He's but unfortunately gone straight up to number 13, Ryan Edmondson. He's playing in defence. Darren Mathewson, our expert, told us he would be in attack, but Lindisfarne on the half-back flank there. Cunliffe once again, boy, is he involved. And we see it is, I think, going to be a throw-up. Yes, the umpire signalling where he's going to run out. Marcus Fitz is in there, but Cunliffe, once again, he's got the ball, but the umpire's called a stoppage.
Must have called a throw there, I think, Rod.
I think he has. And so Hobart will have a free kick. Who's going to take?
Yeah, it looks like a one-handed throw there, so that's probably a good call from the umpire.
Yes, a bit of positive commentary for the umpires, Josh.
Yeah, we'll get around them early, so I hope they can keep the standard up.
So Sullivan, yes, he's drilled that ball towards Reeves, but Reeves came under the ball on this occasion, and Lindisfarne take the relieving mark in defence.
Looks like Cunliffe with it again now as his teammate falls over in front of him, but he's got the mark there and looks to steady for Lindisfarne now. Coming out wide towards number 28, I think it is Jake McPherson, who marks again right in front of the Lindisfarne bench here. And he brings it down the wing now as he's called to play on by the umpire. Coming towards the half-forward line, but it's Fitz for the Tigers, gets a handball away, and the ruckman Woods looks to get a handball away, but it might be back into Lindisfarne hands here as we scrap it into the forward line, and Michael Clark gets a kick away now, which is marked by number 15, Oliver Rand,
Oliver Rand again, yes, the Reverend. He'll have another set shot for goal. He's already kicked one. So there's a bit of cloud cover. The sun is peeking through a little bit. Mercifully, there's very little wind, so the wind's not affecting this game. Rand coming over the paint now. He'll kick from about 30 metres, I would think, and puts that straight through the centre. Another goal to the Lindisfarne team. So that's Rand's second, and it's a 20. That's Lindisfarne's score, 3-2-20 to the Tigers, 3 behinds. Josh, Hobart have made a few slow starts this year. What are you thinking?
They certainly have. Maybe they're looking towards the script again. Certainly we saw a late comeback in the New Norfolk game, but they won't want to be leaving it too late. So perhaps they need to get on the scoreboard a bit earlier today.
Okay, Rosie, tell us what's happening in the AFL.
Well, Hawks are ahead by 9 at quarter time at the Gabba. That's 25-16. And the scores are level in Alice Springs, 8 points apiece, Melbourne Demons and Port Power.
Okay, the ball's up at Anzac Park, right in the centre. Langdale's there again. Ali also kicks it forward, and the ball's kicked out nicely there, but Lindisfarne come away with the ball. That half forward line is a bit of a problem for the Tigers at the moment. That goes out towards Justin Myers. Now he kicks it forward, but Woods relieves for the Tigers, gets it back to the centre. Langdale looks for the half forward line, and Huxley's out there lurking. He shrugs off one player. He kicks from about the 50-metre line towards the goals. What a magnificent kick, Joshua.
Yeah, that was a very good kick, and certainly I was talking to him off air earlier today, and he did tell me to get around him. A very good kick from the boundary line there. I'll give him that one as he puts the Tigers first on the board. We see, I think, Lindisfarne 3-2-20 leading the Tigers 1-3-9 after 18.5 minutes here at Anzac Park.
Just a reminder in the SMS line 0427 334 336. Tell us what you think of the coverage so far. Tell us how good you think Josh's jokes have been so far. At 0427 334 336. We're at Anzac Park on Edge Radio 99.3 FM as the ball is thrown up. And Lindisfarne come away with it and looking to go forward. A little kick there, but Hobart intercept, not able to take it away as Cunliffe. How many times have we mentioned him, Josh?
Yeah, well, his name's on speed dial so far.
I think
might
that
be out
was
on the
out of
full there.
bounds on the
A couple
full.
of Hobart players appealing for that one.
What is the boundary umpire? Yes, the
Yep.
boundary umpire has agreed with us. And Ross Hugo, I think, will take the kick there,
Yep,
Josh.
certainly Ross is. About probably just in the back pocket here, left back pocket for the Tigers now. He kicks short towards Jetson, who takes a comfortable mark there. Jetson, sorry.
Jetson, yes. But unfortunately, he's kicked it in to Joseph Miller. And Joseph Miller's will kick from about 55 metres. He's going to have a shot, isn't he, Josh?
Looks like it. He goes to pass it off, but now he's gone back for the shot here. Kicks the Burley long and deep inside the 50 there, and it's through to the left, perhaps. No, yes, it is for a behind there. Thought there might have been a mark on the line, but no, nothing doing there. So Sullivan now brings it back in as the goal umpire waves his flag for a behind.
So it's 2 goals the difference here at Anzac Park in Lindisfarne. We're watching the Lindisfarne New Jet 2 Blues versus the Co-op Hobart Toyota. But that kick from Sullivan went straight to Lindisfarne. I'm not sure what he was thinking there, or was he thinking at all, Josh?
No, certainly not much in that one there. Long kick, but it's coming back deep for Lindisfarne. Sullivan's got it back now. He handballs to Woods, back to Sullivan, brings it out the right pocket now, kicking deep. It's about 60 out, rolling along the ground now. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in.
And it's a great venue, isn't it, when you can sit in the comfort of your car over there at Anzac Park, Josh, and watch the game. You can be warm, you can have the radio on Edge Radio, listening to the commentary of the game. As the ball comes in from the boundary line.
I think it's Miller with a handball out for Lindisfarne now. As Cunliffe tries to paddle it there, but he can't pick it up. But he gets another call anyway, and we've got a little bit of scrimmage again, a bit of pushing and shoving here as the umpire throws the ball back into play once again. See, alley goes to ground for the Tigers, but Lindisfarne looks like they've got the ball. No, Godfrey gets a handball away with those luscious locks there on the wing for the Tigers, but Lindisfarne's brought it back now and coming towards centre half forward. It might be a free kick here to number 45. Justin Myers now kicks deep inside the 50 for Lindisfarne there.
And could be relieving from Hobart. That was Ganninan, wasn't it? That is,
and he's got it back, and he's tackled it. He's got a handball away. It's brought to ground. And we see Lindisfarne bowling a few handballs away, trying to get a clear shot there from the. It would have been a great goal from the left-hand boundary there, but he's hit the post there for another behind for the Blues. As we wait now for Sullivan to familiarly appear and bring it back into play for the Tigers. See now Langdale leading hard, but he's ignored by Sullivan there. Perhaps the first for the day. As Sullivan plays on, kicking to himself now, looks to wheelie, touches the ball on the ground and gets a kick away, almost into the man on the mark there as it ricochets off towards Patterson, gets a punch away. We see another volleyball-style hit there from Flanagan and it's knocked forward, but Lindisfarne bringing it back now as the Reverend can't quite take that grab. And the handball away, Cunliffe's got the handball again, he's got it back, brought to ground now. We see a soccer there from the line, but it's not. Number 52 for Lindisfarne, Jack Anning, perhaps. No, it's over the line. Thought he'd socket it through for a goal there, but Bradford now to bring it back in for the Tigers.
Yes, it certainly looked like a spectacular volley soccer goal, didn't it? Not sure what happened there, Josh.
Yeah, I thought that was, but nonetheless, it's a behind apparently, so we'll keep moving now with play as the Lindisfarne player falls over and gets the handball towards number 17 and Adam Hutchinson, who picks it up now and kicks back into the middle of the ground.
But in the centre there, it's Hobart coming away with the ball. But
see, Godfrey can't get the handball away there, and I've already alluded to his mullet earlier on in the call there, but he can't get the handball away, and he's given away a free kick now in the centre of the ground. Long kick back in towards 50 for the Lindisfarne Blues here. And it's Cunliffe again with a handball now, coming out wide. As we see number 45, Myers gets the kick away. It's through to the right for yet another behind for the Blues here. Had the play in the last few minutes, but they're not making the most of it at this stage.
I'd say, Josh, that Hobart are pretty lucky that Lindisfarne have been inaccurate at this stage.
Yeah, very lucky early on here. You see Sullivan marks in the pocket. Bob's a quick handball up to Patterson, who handballs back to Sullivan. He runs down the line and gets a kick away now. Looks like Beck's taken it over the line for the Tigers in front of just a small grandstand on the wing there at Anzac Park.
That is a small grandstand.
Looks like it's packed out there. We've got about a dozen people sitting in there. Perhaps didn't bring their cars today. Maybe they caught the bus. But see now Fitz handballing back at the stoppage to Sullivan, who gets the run and spread for the Tigers here and kicks it down the line there. It's headed in the Huxley direction. Can he run on to the end of it? He gets a soccer away inside 50 now for the Tigers. Godfrey's pushed over it. He's got it now. He gets the handball out to Beck, who gets the handball out to Ali. He kicks handballs forward now to Huxley. He's for the contest. He runs, turns, gets a kick away, and it looks like it's... No, Godfrey's run through, picked it up, perhaps taken high. No, he's got away with it. Later tackle now. Was that a throw? No, nothing doing. Reeves now picks it up for the Tigers, and a couple of tackles there, but it's a ball up in the right forward pocket here. Hobart perhaps looking to capitalise against the flow of play here, as we see Reeves nicely brought to ground by Michael Clark with that tackle there.
So we see Lindisfarne now coming out of defence. That was Joseph Miller, and he's kicked it towards the wing. But the Tigers are there, and that is Michael Woods. He had the ball there, and he's kicked it forward. But
handballs to Brad Davies, who kicks it back to Joey Miller, marking there for Lindisfarne in the same spot. So he'll reset now. He's called to play on, and he kicks it long again, back to the same spot here. Looks like Flanagan's taken a good mark there for the Tigers in just his second game. So good pick up from Longford there for Hobart. So
must be almost quarter time, Josh. You would think Hobart would want to get another score on the board.
Yeah, certainly trying to pinch one here before quarter time, make the most of it. We see now Lindisfarne mark once again, almost on full back now, and switch it out the right side there.
That's Edmondson.
Back in the Cunliffe direction. He marks now and quickly handballs now. We see a kick come down the line. As we see Tringrove looks to handball, but he's kicking now long into the 50. The right flank there.
Nice mark there.
As Mitchell Gruber takes
Gruber. And will Gruber have a kick from here, do you think, Josh?
It looks pretty set on it at this stage. He's going right back now, so he'll have a kick for goal. Probably about 45 metres out now, right on the hooter there.
That's quarter time at Anzac Park. Gruber could make the margin 21 points if he can kick far enough and accurately enough.
See, Gruber gets the kick away now, going left there, going left, still straight. Is it through? It is through for a behind there, as you see a spoil come late. And we see Lindisfarne go to quarter time, at 3 goals 8, I believe, to the Tigers 1 goal 3. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM here for the Co-op Toyota Hobart Tigers versus Lindisfarne New Jet Blues.
Okay, so what do you think of the game so far, Josh?
I think the Tigers looking very lucky early on in the coverage, so Lindisfarne's inaccurate kicking there, certainly late in the quarter, keeping the Tigers in this one, but they'll be happy with the scoreboard. They were taking this at the start of the game, in with a fighting chance here, so they'll be looking to bounce back in the second quarter and perhaps keep Cunliffe down a bit. He's been sensational so far for the Blues. So
Cunliffe certainly had a lot of the ball, hasn't he?
Yeah, he certainly has. Be looking to get Fitz into
Hobart Tigers versus the Lindisfarne Blues, live from Anzac Park.
Yes, everything's set here, and we are waiting for the restart. And I'm
not quite sure what we're waiting on here, but here we go now as the umpire holds the ball up, and the blare of the siren brings us back into play now.
Take it away, Josh.
See a throw up there, and it looks like Fazakli's got the hit out now. Lindisfarne bring the ball forward. It's Miller now. He gets a kick away to half forward. Turn there for number 52, Jack Anning. He runs onto it now. Perhaps no. Looks like Hugo's got the handball away for the Tigers on the half-back line now. Can't quite see who got that one away there under the pack. As we see now, Hugo gets another handball away for the Tigers. It's very scrappy here. And Cunliffe for the handball away. No, the umpire's brought the play back for a ball up.
Right on the 50-metre line, Josh, at the Gilston Bay Lindisfarne Village end, and the ball's on the ground and looking like it is in dispute, and really there's nothing happening, but once again there's Troy Cunliffe in the pack, and the umpire will throw it up, trying to get a reasonable piece of play happening. And Langdale's there, Woods, he gets it out to Ali. Ali looks for somewhere to go, turns around and goes back towards the wing, but it's marked almost, but the umpire pays it. It's marked there for the Lindisfarne 2 Blues. Kick towards the centre half forward position, and there's
Nichols now for the Tigers, brings it back the other way, streams on a kick towards Godfrey, who can't get his long sleeves on the end of it now, but his mate in Ali's there to help him out, or is he? No, looks like number 17, Hutchinson for the Blues. He gets brought to ground though by Fitz, and looks like it's a Fitz free kick for the Tigers there. Sporting the fluoro boots there, Fitz. He gets a handball to Sullivan running past, who gets a long kick inside 50 for the Tigers. Looks like Huxley's got to beat 3. He can't quite manage it now. As we see Edmondson over it for the Blues. He's perhaps run that over. No, he hasn't. Gets a handball away now. And that's almost deliberate handball through there for a behind. But they've gotten away with that one now, as Callum Mitchell to bring it back in with that behind there, following that behind there for the Tigers.
Coming out towards the broadcast side of the ground, and it's James Mitchell taking a nice grab for Lindisfarne. He does a little kick, and that's taken by Michael Clark, who handballs nicely into the centre of the ground. Cunliffe has a kick and kicks forward towards the Reverend, but the Reverend can't take it on this occasion. And who's that coming through? That is...
It's handball by Myers, and it's a kick away by number 28, which is Jake McPherson. He's got a goal there for the Blues, and first one early in the second quarter there.
This would be a worry to the Hobart team, I think, Josh. Hobart would have been looking to get that first goal on the board.
Yeah, certainly would have been looking to bridge the gap there early, but they've given up a quick one there. I guess that kick from Cunliffe really setting it up there. Just quick movement inside 50 there. See it go off the hands of...
Rosie, can you tell us any AFL scores? What's happening up there at the Gabba?
Well, at the Gabba, it looks like the Lions are in front by 7, 41 to 34. And in Alice Springs, the Demons are ahead by 3, 19 to 16 points.
Thanks, Rosie. And back to Anzac Park, and there's a mark on the 50-metre line. I think that's the Reverend, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, it looks like the Reverend again, so he's had a bit of it early, so...
Yes, looking for a good kick here. He's kicked it a bit high, I think, but boy, it's straight. No, it's not the Reverend, in fact. That is, I think, number 26.
Matthew Tringrove there for the Blues, so...
Nice goal for Matthew Tringrove, and the 2 Blues go further ahead. They're 28 points ahead at this stage, Josh.
Yeah, making the most early in this quarter, as we see Jetson and Langdale off now for the Tigers.
So, we've got a 28-point margin at Anzac Park. You're on Edge Radio 99.3 FM. The umpire throws it up again in the centre, and once again, the first player to get his hand on the ball after the ruck contest is Cunliffe, but he's all wrapped up, and it's another throw up in the centre. Josh.
See now Sullivan's got the ball, and he's tackled pretty quickly as well there. So we'll have a third go at it now, still in the centre circle there. See Lindisfarne get the hit out now. Looks like Miller's going to run onto it, but Sullivan tunnels under him. Perhaps is he taken high? He's gesturing to the umpire. He was. Lindisfarne can try and continue with play, but looks like we've got a free kick here to Joey Miller, perhaps for tunnelling there against Luke Sullivan. So.
Well, that was interesting, because Sullivan was trying his best to indicate that it was him that should have got the free kick.
He certainly was. Now we see a kick out wide to number 30, which is Nick Hutchinson. He marks now as Godfrey gives him a shove as he takes it. He kicks now back to centre half forward for the Blues, and it's well marked there by Roscoe Hugo for the Tigers.
That was a strong mark, Josh.
Certainly was. He kicks now wide to the right. Looks like it's in the Nichols direction. Nichols can't get a grab on it now, but his fellow ball man in Fitz grabs it there. Sorry, it wasn't Fitz. It was Josh Webster. Josh Webster's got a free kick now, so he goes back and takes the kick.
We've talked a bit about hairstyles today, and there's certainly some contrasting hairstyles, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a few different ones out there. But we see now Triffett lays a tackle. Lindisfarne with the ball now. See Ali with the handball out to Triffett now. Looks like Huxley's taken without it. Ali's got it back. He handballs to Nichols. He gets a scrappy kick away now. Sullivan's got it. He goes against the traffic. 3 Lindisfarne players try to tackle him. He paddles the ball towards the boundary. Not in clear possession. Lindisfarne get the hands out. Sullivan with a scrappy bit again. He's got the ball now. It's held to him. We'll have a ball up.
You just saw Sullivan's skill there, didn't you? He wasn't letting the ball go out, even though he couldn't get a clean possession as Lindisfarne come away with the ball. Case Miller kicks it towards the centre.
It's a good spoil there by Flanagan, and Hugo now with a handball, but he's brought to the ground, perhaps holding the ball. Advantage called by the umpire as Fleming runs in and kicks perhaps a goal here for the Blues. Yep, he's got another one. There's the third one on the board for the second quarter for Lindisfarne Blues there. And they just couldn't stop him there. Just coming through the middle, a bit of a scrappy handball, and a Tigers mistake resulting in a Lindisfarne goal, really.
Yes, it's looking like a one-way procession at the moment, and certainly Lindisfarne don't seem to be being too troubled by the Hobart team. And Lindisfarne, top of the ladder, looks like they could well be there because of their skill and their attention to detail, Josh. They're certainly giving the Hobart team a bit of a lesson at the moment. I know it's early, but the signs aren't good.
No, not too good at this stage. We see another ball up now, and looks like Lindisfarne with another clearance as we see. Nick Breslin, his club veteran, as I'm told, is held to him, and it's a ball up here in the middle of the ground. Not quite sure. He just fixes his shoelace there as we ball it up once again. It looks like Sullivan running away with it now for the Tigers, runs out wide and kicks it forward to the right flank. Huxley takes a good grab there.
Yeah, that was
it's hit out late from his hand by Clark, but he's got the mark there on the right half flank. Probably 55 metres out here. He might go back and have a go here. We just see the interesting look there with the odd socks there, one pulled up and one down. Not quite sure the rationale behind that, but he kicks long inside 50, and Beck takes a good grab right on the end of the square here.
It's the value of the tall player, isn't it, Josh?
Yep.
Down there in the contest, in the square, and Beck takes a good, strong mark and will go back, and I think he'll put it through, be the Tigers' second goal.
I reckon he will, and fresh out of retirement in round 1 he was this year, but he's played mainly reserves this year. Wasn't intending on playing, but back in for the last couple of senior games for the Tigers, so a cool head perhaps here as he runs in, and it looks like he slotted that one. The Tigers first of the second quarter now, as Hobart 15 trail Lindisfarne 43 here at Anzac Park. 8.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Okay, now let's get a score check from the AFL. Rosie, what can you tell us?
Yep, 2 close games underway in the AFL. The Lions lead the Hawks by 1 at the Gabba, and the Demons lead Port Power by 3 at quarter time.
Fantastic, thank you, Rosie. Well, we are 8 minutes in, or nearly 9 minutes in, over at Anzac Park, and the umpire walks to the centre of the ground and balls it up. Reeves gets the tap away. It comes to Hugo. Ali is in there as well, and he handballs back to Patterson. Patterson with an up and under kick, kicks it forward, and it looks, I thought Lindisfarne were going to come out with the ball there, but no. Sullivan's there, and he's dropped his head and gone down onto the ground. I'm not sure what's going to happen there with the umpire. Yes, I thought the umpire might pay it against him, and Lindisfarne come away with the ball. Back towards the centre of the ground. That was Breslin there. And we see Nichols, I believe, there.
Fitz that one, sorry,
Fitz,
Rod.
yep.
And Webster with the handball out now for the Tigers. It's highly fought for here in the middle of the ground. A lot of players over it, but not much doing. Another ball up in the centre of the ground.
Do you sense
right
that last goal for Hobart might have given the Hobart players a bit of a lift, and there's a bit more desperation?
Certainly be hoping so here. As we see, Webster lands a good tackle there, but the Lindisfarne still got the ball now. Hutchinson spills it out, and we've got a stoppage here as Breslin's over it for the Blues. Another ball up just on the edge of the square this time. A lot of these occurring at the moment, so pretty well fought for. As Sullivan gets on the end of that tap now and kicks it long forward inside 50. It bounces. Huxley can't get on the end of a couple of bounces now. Lindisfarne bring it back out the left wing. Looks like it is Michael Clark there. Gets the possession of the ball, but takes it over the line there. It'll be thrown in about 60 out from the Tigers' goal now.
So we're on the broadcast side of the ground, the grandstand side, and the Tigers looking to go forward as the ball is thrown in. Now, who's there? Langdale tries to tap it down, but Cunliffe, he has an airy on the boundary line. Now, what's happened?
It's a throw in there, so not much doing. Not sure if he missed a kick or if he's tackled there or what the go was, but a throw in at the moment. So
certainly got exquisite balance, hasn't he, Cunliffe?
Yeah, he just he's a very poised player there. He just knows what he's doing, gets the job done. You see now Fitz for the Tigers, brings it out the back and gets a handball to his mate in Langdale. He gets a handball back out now. Reeves gets around a tackle, gets another handball here. Huxley gets a handball out, but it's back on the ground now, so a bit of that work undone there. Oh, there's perhaps a high tackle there. I think Reeves landed it on number 17, Hutchinson for the Blue. So we'll have a Lindisfarne free kick now. On the left half-back flank now, bringing it down the wing. But it looks like Patterson's taken a good mark there, as we'll see the man bun fly over his opponent for a good grab. And brings it back towards half-forward, the same spot. Sun's in the eyes, Huxley can't see it, but he gets a kick away now. Through to the right for a behind there. As we see Trent Clark to bring it back in for the Blues now.
Huxley has 1 goal, 2 behinds for the day, Josh.
Yeah, he hasn't started accurate so far, but certainly a great goal he kicked earlier on in the game. As actually Mitchell bring it back in. Kicks to the left half flank.
Huxley was right on the hammer there, and I believe the ball's gone out of bounds. Yes.
For a throw in, Mitchell couldn't quite take that one. It was well spoiled, so great pressure there for the Tigers in Huxley.
You're on Edge Radio. Anzac Park. There's Fitz, he's in and under and he's got the ball under his torso at the moment, but I think we're going to see another throw up. Yes, there's been a lot of this sort of play, Josh. It's difficult for the players to get it out and get a lot of system established as the umpire throws up the ball in the half-forward line. The ball's tapped out and Lindisfarne come away with the ball, and Lindisfarne getting a bit of system now. Cunliffe going through the centre again. I think he was pushed just as he kicked, but doesn't really matter. Lindisfarne are going to get it anyway and go forward, but what's happening there? I think the ball will go out the river and won't get an opportunity to add to his tally. The ball is out in the pocket for Lindisfarne, going towards the Lindisfarne Village, Gilston Bay end of the ground. Josh.
As we throw the ball back in now, it looks like Reeves gets the hit out there and Sullivan's over it again. We can't quite get a clear possession now as we see another ball up as a Lindisfarne player grabs it out of his hands and throws it back to the umpire there. We go for the ball up again, and it looks like Reeves has got another hit out, but it's a Lindisfarne clearance now, kicking it long inside the 50. Looks like an Innan's run onto it for the Tigers as he pushes his opponent over the line. It's out of bounds for a throw-in right beside the right-hand behind post there. Lindisfarne be looking for a quick clearance here and just throw one on the boot and get it through the middle, but we'll see what happens now. Looks like Reeves up again in the ruck for the Tigers, doing a bit of that early, so he gets the hit out now. Stevens gets a handball to Langdale, who gets a handball to Sullivan. He runs and gets a kick away now. It's a great kick, but there's no one on the end of it, so it'll come back in now as Clark brings it back into the 50 for Lindisfarne. It's almost an uncontested mark, but he's dropped it there, number 30. Nick Hutchinson. He gets a handball away now with a bit of scrappiness. So Roscoe Hugo bringing it back out for the Tigers, and it's marked by Sam Godfrey. He gets the kick down the wing. Looks like it's in the Jetson direction, but he's too short, and Trent Clark's gotten over the top for the spoil there and put it out of bounds right in front of the interchange gates there as we see Jetson comes off now.
It's a bit flat-footed on that occasion, I thought, Josh.
Yeah, he certainly was there. Just caught under it. Probably wrong spot, wrong time, but... See now Langdale looks to get on the end of the Tigers. A couple of scrappy kicks, but no real clear possessions here as Godfrey jumps under it for the Tigers. It's held to him between the legs there, so he won't get a clearance here, and we'll have another ball up.
We're almost in the centre of the ground, and there's a bit of silliness going on. But
I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Hobart
looks like Godfrey's got a free. He's taking it quickly now. It's marked again by Beck inside 50. Play on calls the umpire apparently. He's tackled now by Callum Mitchell. Thought there was a mark there, but... Becky perhaps suggesting the sun might have been in the umpire's eyes there, and he throws it up quickly now. Beck gives a little hip and shoulder to his opponent, reminding him of that, and Triffitt gets a kick away for the Tigers. Think it's off hands now, so it'll be play on here, not marked by the Lindisfarne player. Miller gets a handball out wide, and Lindisfarne running well off half back here. Looks like Hart's got on the end of it for the Tigers. He's slung, but gets a handball to Langdale. Langdale kicks from the 50, kicks long, kicks into the square. And it's put through by number 11, Matthew Hutchinson for the Blues for a behind. See now, just a little bit of scrimmage there. It looks like Reeves is certainly involved. There's a couple of others pushing and shoving now as the umpire gets involved. It's not very good scenes here just at the moment. So looks like a couple of runners breaking it up here at Anzac Park.
There's a player down there for Lindisfarne.
There is a player down. Not quite sure what happened there, Rod.
I think it's Ryan Edmondson who's down, and he's not moving quickly.
No, not quite sure what that one was about, but no doubt we'll find out later on in the match. Not quite sure if there's a free kick coming out of this, or no, we go back to the centre half back by the looks, I think. No, Lindisfarne to bring the ball back into play now. He plays on quickly now, runs to the right. Kicks the ball, it's gone through the legs, back to Beck. He gets a handball to Langdo, who can't pick it up. He's got to beat 3 here, but he gets a handball out to his mate in Ganinin. Ganinin runs around, wheels onto the right on the boundary here. Ganinen's kicked a great goal through the middle here. Tigers showing a little bit of fight following the incident there, so they've got one back on the board. Hobart with 3-5 now, 23, trails Lindisfarne on 46, 16 and a half minutes into the second quarter here.
Okay, so a bit better play from Hobart as this game has gone on, or this quarter has gone on, but still Hobart are a fair way behind, 23 to 46. Rosie, what can you tell us about the AFL at this stage?
Yeah, well, the Hawks are in front by 10 at the Gabba. That's 31 minutes into the second quarter. And in Alice Springs, Power are in front by 8, leading the Demons about 8 minutes into second quarter.
Okay, thank you, Rosie. And as we see Hayden Trivett in the centre of the ground, he's brought down on the pitch. Probably would have been short of a length, I think, there, Josh. But it'll go back to number 37, Nick Braslin. There is a bit of niggle starting to creep into this game, I think, Josh.
It certainly looks that way now as Lindisfarne bring the ball into 50, and I think it was, I'm not sure who got that one actually. It wasn't Braslin.
But it was very quick.
Got a goal for the Blues there, so they'll be happy with that. They've got bounced back pretty quickly.
Okay, so Lindisfarne have answered the Hobart charge with a goal for themselves. It's 52 to 23 here at Anzac Park. You're on Edge Radio 99.3 FM, independent community radio. So, Josh, Hobart certainly having more of the ball and keeping the ball towards their end, but that was quite a good goal for Lindisfarne.
Yeah, as we see the ball brought back up in the middle of the ground here. Reeves with the hit out, but Miller's got on the end of it for the Blues now. And there's a handball away from Gruber. There's a handball away again from Miller now, and it looks like 37, Braslin ducks his head and gets a handball away, but Ali's got it back for the Tigers. He falls over, and his opponent does too. But he gets up, wheels around, and kicks it to Sullivan, who takes the mark. Holds the ball up, looking to steady things a little bit. He's got 4 around him. He kicks long now. Looks like it's in the Woods direction. Gets a bit of a push in the back, but he's flicked it up to Godfrey. He gets a handball out wide. Looks like it's in the Beck direction once again. Beck handballs to Fitz, who gets a short kick away. It's fallen short of Huxley now. Beck's on the end of it. Big sweeping handball again. But Lindisfarne bring it back out, and it's familiar territory with Cunliffe handballs now. Miller handballs now. Miller's got it back again. He kicks long inside 50 for Lindisfarne. Looks like the Reverend here, but he's tackled by Stevens. We see, I think, it's Hart picks it up for the Tigers now. He gets a short handball away. He leaves Ali under the pump, but he gets a handball away to Jetson, who falls over and handballs it. Looks like perhaps a tackle without the ball there, but it looks like Hart's been wrapped up now, and we'll have a ball up here as Cunliffe goes to ground again.
Yes, I think the Hobart player was hoping Troy Cunliffe would leave the ground on that occasion. He's certainly putting in a spectacular game, Troy Cunliffe. The ball is tunnelled out to Lindisfarne, and that is number 38, Matthew Phillips. He kicked it forward for Lindisfarne, and there's a bit of teamwork heading out.
Hutchinson, he's got a handball out now. I think it's Tringo with a kick, and it's a kick away to Rand now over the shoulder on the right-hand side. He's put it through the middle there from about 25 metres out. A good goal there for Lindisfarne.
That's his third.
And they're steadying the flow here. Looks like they've hit the momentum again, as they take a 29-point lead, looking fairly late in the second quarter now. So plenty to be excited about here at Anzac Park if you're a Lindisfarne Blues supporter. So
yes, Lindisfarne in the sunshine. Those threatening clouds are breaking up a little bit, and the rain is staying away, which is great. But we're 20 minutes into the second quarter, Josh. The Tigers, they've certainly had more of the ball, showing a bit more determination. We'd hope to see a few more Tiger goals to give us a closer game here on Edge Radio. The ball's thrown up and it's bounced down there. Ali was there.
It's all too familiar with. Cunliffe gets the handball now, and there's a kick away from Case Miller for the Blues. Looks like play on's the call now, and we've got, I think Jack Anning now gets the handball to Cunliffe, running past again. He wheels, gets a handball out wide. He's got a bit of it. Matthew Phillips now the kick inside 50 for Lindisfarne. They can't quite grab the mark, and he's brought to ground there. Number 15, Oliver Rand. Bradford handball there away. It's back in the Cunliffe direction for Lindisfarne. He can't get on the end of it, and it's Flanagan perhaps tackled without it. Brad Davies with the scrappy handball. Patterson with the scrappy handball, and it looks like Howes picked it up for the Blues and kicked it long. It's marked by Sullivan in front of the left-hand behind post there.
Relieving mark for Sullivan, and he kicks it out nicely, and Hobart get a bit of system going as they come down the grandstand wing. Who's there for the Tigers? Woods was in there, and Nichols as well, I believe.
Yep.
And that's kicked out again. There's a couple of bald Hobart players there out there.
Nichols and Webster, a little bit of confusion there for you, Rod.
And but Lindisfarne look like they might come out. There's a bit of scrappy play over there on the wing.
Looks like Josh Webster's picked it up for the Tigers. He's got a short handball, but Lindisfarne bringing it back now. Looks like Adam Hutchinson with a handball now, but it's the other ball man in Fitz picks it up for the Tigers now. And Ali comes out the back with the long sleeves, kicks it wide to the left side. Langdale's there. He's got Streets on his own, puts it on the left boot inside 50 to Huxley, who's free. 25 out on the left-hand flank here on the boundary line. He kicks the goal for the Tigers there. There's that run and spread we were looking for, Rod. Yes, perhaps needed a few minutes ago, but we see Lindisfarne looking vulnerable in that bit of play. So
that was impressive. Langdale had plenty of time, didn't he, as we see a replay here. Out there on the wing, he had a paddock to himself and got the system going. It was nice to Huxley. Huxley had plenty of time and was able to put it through for a much-needed goal for the Tigers.
Yeah, well, certainly Huxley, not too much under the pump there. Had about 20 metres in the clear, pretty close to goal. So great play there for the Tigers and really caught them on the surprise, I guess. As we see now, it's brought back into the middle, and it'll be Blair Fazackley looking to win the tap out for Lindisfarne, which he does now.
So it's 25 points the difference as Lindisfarne come away through Joseph Miller. Kicked forward, but Sam, is it Sam Reeves? No.
Brad Davies taking the mark and switched it on the right with a kick there. Looks like Roscoe Hugo's lost it in the sun there, but he's gotten over it now, got a quick handball out. Picked up by Woods. He gets a scrappy kick away. Back to where Hugo is, but Sullivan's got under it, spun around and got onto the ball now. Looks like we'll have a stoppage here.
Yes, I'd like to know the number of times the ball's been thrown up, Josh. It's been plenty.
It certainly would be a lot.
So in the pocket for Lindisfarne, the ball's thrown up. Woods, I think, there went up for the tap, but once again we'll see another throw up. Langdale's in there, Hugo's there, Woods gets it down.
Roscoe Hugo with a good kick away there in the Jetson direction. He can't bring it to ground, but it's crumbed by Triffett now. He gets around a tackle but goes out of bounds in doing so. So we'll have a throw in right in between the two interchange benches.
Just a little bit too late with that handball.
As we see now, every time a player gets under the stoppage, there's about 10 players get on top of them. So it's not too free flying at the moment, but Fitz lays a tackle now, right on cue here. Not quite another stoppage as Lindisfarne bring it out the back. Looks like Miller with a handball there. And Case Miller has got it now. Sorry, Joey was the other. Case Miller kicks to the right, and it's marked well by, I think, Braslin there for the Blues.
Yes,
he kicks into the man on the mark. It's Joey Miller with a handball up again. It's the big man, Blair Fazackley, with a kick away now. It's deep on the ground near full forward. Fitz picks it up for the Tigers, falls over, gets tackled, gets a kick away. Brad Davies picks it up, gets a scrappy kick away. It's Blair Fazackley with it now. He handballs big ruckman to James Mitchell. He gets another handball away, and there's Fitz bringing it back out for the Tigers. It's knocked out of his hands. Bradford gets it now for the Tigers. Handballs to Flanagan. It's still under congestion, and Blair Fazackley's got it back for the Blues. The big ruckman, he handballs to Cunliffe, who's in the middle of space. He handballs to Joey Miller, who snaps over the shoulder. And Woods has put it through for a behind there. Quite a bit happening there. Seeing the ruckman right in the thick of it as well. So looks like Ganinin will bring it back in. No, he won't. Sullivan will once again bring it back in for the Tigers. They catch me with that every time, Rod. But
yes, the old 1-2. Luke Sullivan, perhaps the best kick in the league. comes out of the centre square, plays on and kicks it down towards the wing. Reeves is there and grabs the ball and kicks it on, but the umpire's already...
Oh, it's a Joey Miller kick there, apparently. So
yes,
perhaps the push out the umpire suggesting to Sam Reeves. So he might go back and have a shot here. He's on the left-hand side, probably 35 out, but he's kicked to the middle now anyway. It looks like he might have a target here, but Sullivan... Oh, Caninda's gotten on the end of it. Thrown it on the right boot. It's gone tall and wide, but not too far. And no one could get under it. With Hart with a scrappy handball away as we see Michael Clark punches it forward for the Blues now. Sullivan with a tackle there as Tringrove tries to get over it now. Roscoe Hugo handballs wide to Jetson. He kicks it on the full right in front of the Tigers bench.
Yes, unfortunate for Jetson there. Jetson's starting to get a bit more of the play, but Lindisfarne go forward, back towards the centre-half forward position. Hobart are there though and can stem this piece of play. It's Ali there who's in there, but Cunliffe had the ball but lost it. Ali's got it back with the long sleeves and he's kicked out towards the wing. How will this go? Huxley's up on the wing and he's labouring, but he's got the ball and he's swung around, made plenty of time. Beck has the ball, kicks it through, but unfortunately for Hobart, it's Callum Mitchell on the end of that passage of play for Lindisfarne. Just takes it slow, settles things down. Near the light tower out there at the 50-metre line, the defensive 50-metre line for Lindisfarne. Just a little bit of chip and play going on here. Lindisfarne looking across to the grandstand side. And yes, it's coming across to James Mitchell, who takes a grab. Once again, stops, props and kicks it forward. I think that is Michael Clark. He's got the ball. Kicks it into the centre. One bounce before Ryan Edmondson kicks it forward. And there is number 30.
Hutchinson.
It's a point to Hutchinson.
Through to the left for a behind. And perhaps Lindisfarne looking to slow play up here as we hit the 27-minute mark here in the second quarter. Probably not wanting to give another one to the Tigers and give them a 20-point margin at half-time. They might give them a bit of a sniff if they manage that. So trying to slow things up now. It looks like Shane Bradford might actually mix it up and kick it in for the Tigers now. And he does so. He kicks to the left half-back flank. And it's well marked by Reeves, who's getting it back into the thick of things again.
We need to see more marks from Reeves if
he kicks short to Flanagan, who takes it in the long sleeves right on the line there for the Tigers now. Flanagan looking to bring it inboard, but he's kicked down the wing again. It bounces short of Beck. Beck can't get on the end of it, and Lindisfarne come back now. They're looking to bring it back into 50. You see Joey Miller, I think, with it again. No, Matthew Hutchinson there, sorry, as he kicks to Joey Miller, who marks, plays on, takes a bounce. Inside 50 now. He goes with the ball, kicks it long and high, but it's out of bounds on the full there.
So I think it'll be Sam Reeves, no?
No, it'll be Shane Bradford to bring it back in.
Shane Bradford.
Kicks it across the goal face there for the Tigers. It's marked by Langdale now. He takes a couple of quick steps out wide and brings it down the line. Looks like it's back in the Hugo direction. He marks. Good thing he did. There were three near him. He was in trouble if he didn't. And he steadies now and kicks short. He's got Langdale back on the boundary line. The Tigers probably looking to steady things up as well here. Perhaps a bit of fitness at the moment for both sides, right on the half-time mark. So
trying to sneak down the wing, the Tigers. And there is the half-time siren at Anzac Park. It's Lindisfarne by 27 points. The Lindisfarne New Jet 2 Blues over the Co-op Toyota Tigers. So, Josh, how do you see the first half?
Well, every time the Tigers challenge, it looks like Lindisfarne have answered so far. So in patches, Hobart have been very good, but Lindisfarne looking a pretty good side at the moment. And Hobart will really have to shake them after half-time here.
They just look a little bit more accomplished, don't they, Lindisfarne? When they go forward, they seem to have a few more options, a few more players likely to take the grab. And Cunliffe has been a sensational player for them. He's certainly got a lot of the ball, driving through the centre, nice kicks on occasion up towards the forward line. I'm very impressed with him, and no doubt his state league experience with the Hobart Tigers actually is very handy, as Cunliffe is leading them off the ground now, the Lindisfarne 2 Blues. So Josh, only 4 goals to Hobart at this stage. Huxley's kicked 2, Bryden Ganninen's kicked 1, and Mark Beck's kicked 1. How do you see the Lindisfarne goal kickers there, Josh?
Oh, we've got Oliver Rand who's kicked 3. He's had a big day, and we've got a lot of singles across the board, so perhaps suggesting a bit of strength across the numbers there from the 2 Blues there. And the Tigers will be looking to do more of that second Huxley goal, just getting that spread and quickly burning Lindisfarne here in the second half.
They just seem to have more options up there in the forward line at this stage. Now, Rosie, can you let's get a bit of an AFL update before we go to our announcements, and a little bit of music for you on Edge Radio, because after all, Edge Radio not only broadcasts sport, but we are a music radio station. We're an independent radio station. We bring you the best music that you can hear. There's lots of Tassie product on Edge Radio. And if you're not normally an Edge Radio listener, well, if you're happy with what you're hearing from Anzac Park, it's a great idea to tune your radio to 99.3 FM. So, Rosie, are you ready for an update?
Yes, half-time at the Gabba. Hawks are in front by 4, leading the Lions. That's been a close game so far. And in Alice Springs, Power lead Melbourne Demons by 15, 21 minutes into the second quarter.
Thanks, Rosie. Now, Josh, that's a bit of a surprise that Brisbane and Hawthorn are so close.
It certainly is there. Brisbane perhaps showing pretty inconsistent there, but they are a young side and they're doing pretty well this year in patches. So.
All right, so we're coming to you from Anzac Park in Lindisfarne, where we're seeing the Lindisfarne New Jet 2 Blues up against the Co-op Toyota Hobart Tigers. You're hearing us on Edge Radio 99.3 FM, and let's go to a station announcement now and hear all about Edge Radio. Well, Josh, what do you reckon? Can Hobart make it back? They're 27 points down at halftime. We've seen Hobart turn it on in the second half before. Is that going to happen today?
Oh, I think need to see a lot more of that free-flying play and sort of that turn and quick spread that we saw that led to the Huxley goal there in the second quarter for the Tigers. I think they can do it. Certainly Lindisfarne a very good side, so Hobart will need to be right at the top of their game here to push them.
I've seen Hobart come back in the past, but we haven't seen too much of the sort of play that Hobart are really going to need to show in this third quarter so far. So they were able to stay with Lindisfarne in that second quarter. They certainly need to impose themselves. Lindisfarne just seem to have too many more options up forward compared to Hobart, Josh.
Yeah, they certainly did, and we've seen the Reverend has had a lot of it early. And the loss of a couple of tools not seemingly hurting Lindisfarne too much so far today, but perhaps things will change in the second half for the Tigers. All
right, we're getting very close to a restart here at Anzac Park for Edge Radio 99.3 FM, independent community radio. We're seeing the Co-op Toyota Hobart Tigers against the Lindisfarne New Jet 2 Blues, and the umpire is just checking that everything is ready, and he's indicating where he's going to go out. He's held the ball up. There's the siren and the whistle as well. It's all happening here at Anzac Park, and up goes the ball. Reeves is back in the centre for the Hobart Tigers. Misses the tap though, and Cunliffe grabs it. The ball actually bounces off the Hobart player back into Cunliffe's hands. He kicks it forward, but it's out of bounds in the left forward pocket, and a few spectators making their views heard over there at that part of the ground. So the boundary umpire will throw it in. Reeves is setting himself ready for the tap. Langdale is off to his right, and we see the ball come in. It's once again won by Lindisfarne. Cunliffe, could you believe it? He has kicked a goal from that roving exhibition there. The ball was thrown in, went down to Cunliffe, and Cunliffe was able to get his second goal for the game. Josh.
And we just see Cunliffe again looking too good so far and pretty much having all the ball in both those stoppages there. So that's good goal to Cunliffe.
33 points, Josh, a minute into the third quarter. We need to see Hobart kick some goals if they're going to make more of a game of this.
Yeah, well, they need to act pretty quickly here, or it could get a bit damaging for them at this stage.
So the central umpire has the ball now. He's in the centre near the cricket pitch. He throws the ball up. Reeves is able to get the tap away, but unfortunately Lindisfarne come down through Braslin, and then goes out to another Lindisfarne player. Braslin gets another opportunity, but Hobart with the ball there. Who's that underneath there, Josh?
It was a Bradford handball. It looks like Reeves underneath it now. There'll be a stoppage here on the wing.
Take it away, Josh.
And he balls it up now. Looks like it's Reeves has got the hit out there, but it looks like Lindisfarne's gotten underneath it now. So they get a quick kick away. Didn't see who got it, but it's coming forward towards the cricket pitch again now. It's knocked over his head and in the direction of Jack Anning. He runs onto it, gets a handball out wide to Matthew Hutchinson. He gets the kick inside 50 now. Looks like Joey Miller can't get on the end of it. Bounces just short of his hand. Looks like number 30 for Lindisfarne. He was running into a goal. Wheels around one. He kicks the goal. It's Nick Hutchinson. Probably in his first year of senior footy here. He's still under 18 years of age. That's a great goal there to Hutchinson, and the Lindisfarne extend the lead now to 39 points here at Anzac Park.
The interesting thing, Josh, is the number of goal kickers for Lindisfarne. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goal kickers, I think, here for Lindisfarne, whereas the Tigers have only got the 4. Of course, the score is 39 points, the difference between Lindisfarne and the Tigers. And we might just go to the AFL. Rosie, what can you tell us about what's happening in the AFL?
Well, 11 minutes into the third quarter at the Gabba, the Hawks are in front by 18, leading the Lions. And in 31 minutes into the second quarter at Alice Springs, the Power are in front by 21, leading the Melbourne Demons.
Thank you, Rosie. As Lindisfarne come forward again, it's looking a bit like a trend is emerging here. Hugo's got the ball and was taken high, I believe, was he? Yes,
like
he'll have the free kick and kicks it away out towards the broadcast side of the ground.
Ali can't take the mark there. It's hit his hand and bounced down. Lindisfarne bring it back now. Sullivan's run onto it on the edge of the square. He kicks along to Godfrey, who's free inside 50. Turns to his left, turns to his right, kicks to the middle now. Looks like Reeves can't take the marks, hits his chest. Kinninan runs in, handballs into the square. Looks like Beck's on the end of it. Beck turns, steadies and kicks a goal there on the right for the Tigers. And that one has steadied the flow of play there. 33 points the margin.
Certainly needed that. And we've got a text that's come in from one of our listeners. How's Jimmy Mitchell travelling? Josh, do you want to answer that question?
I think he's going okay, Rod.
Yes, number 7 for the Lindisfarne 2 Blues. We've seen him a couple of times. As, the ball is back now to the centre. The Tigers, as Josh has said, have kept the margin down to 33 points. So a good answer from the Tigers. Reeves is back in the centre, taps it down, but it goes to a Lindisfarne player. Langdale wraps him up. Reeves decides to get involved as well in the tackle, and the central umpire comes in for another throw-up. Up it goes again. Reeves taps it down, but unfortunately Lindisfarne come away with the ball, streaming out from the centre there now, and it looks like Nick Hutchinson comes around, has a kick, but he's kicked it out of bounds on the full, Josh. Thought he was going to get another goal, I think.
Yeah, a little bit wayward with the kicking there. It looks like Alex Stevens will... no, maybe he won't, yeah. Ross Hugo perhaps to kick it back in now for the Tigers, right on the right hand behind post. He plays on now back into play and kicks it across the face a bit. It's a bit of a dangerous kick actually. Looks like Stevens has brought it to ground and Nichols has scrapped a kick away for the Tigers there. It's coming out left now, probably go out of bounds, about 60 out from Lindisfarne's goal there as Bradford runs over it for the Tigers and it's out for a throw in here.
Bradford and Ali both in the long sleeves today.
Yeah, they're both rocking the long sleeves. Perhaps they read the forecast today. They're starting to cool off here a little bit at Anzac Park. There's a double-handed hit out there from Reeves. It's got onto the end of by Cunliffe. But now it's Nichols with a handball out to Ali for the Tigers. And it's back to Cunliffe who gets in the way of Sammy Godfrey and gets the ball. Now Lindisfarne bringing it back now with a long kick. It's heading towards their 50. They looks like number 48, Josh Young, can't quite get under it there.
I saw Andrew Fleming involved in that as well there, Josh, and we'll see another throw in, this time near the 50-metre line for Lindisfarne as they're going forward.
See Reeves in the back of the opposition ruckman there, but he's gotten away with it and he gets a kick now as no one gets on the end of his hit out. It's back to Lindisfarne. He'll come straight back into the 50 there, right to where we've come from. It's well run onto there and can't quite take the mark is Jack Anning from Lindisfarne. He's brought to ground. He brings Hugo to ground. He soccers it now to the end of the square, Jack Anning does, and Alex Stevens gets a very short kick away for the Tigers. Dangerous stuff here. Stevens effects a tackle there, and there's a kick away from Lindisfarne.
I think it was Breslin.
Breslin's got the goal there for the Blues. And Stevens with a lot to clean up there, trying to beat 3 and making a couple of mistakes in the process. But Lindisfarne too good once again, back to 39 points here at Anzac Park.
Okay, and tell us what's happening there up at the Hawthorn game at the Gabba. Rosie, have Hawthorn kicked on?
Well, they're in front by 12, so it looked like they might be getting a more convincing lead, but Lions answered back, so we'll see.
Okay. All right, now don't forget the SMS line for Edge Radio. If you want to talk to us in the studio, it's 0427 334 336. Let us know how you think it's going. 0427 334 336. What a surprise. Cunliffe was involved in the play, and he lays a hip and shoulder, but looks like it might go against him. There's a few players remonstrating there, and it will be a free kick as Ali comes away with the ball, and he kicks it long towards Godfrey. Godfrey is battling two Lindisfarne players, and Lindisfarne will come away with a free kick, going back towards the centre of the ground. And a nice grab taken there for Lindisfarne at half-back. Going towards the centre, Sam Reeves is coming in and spoils. I thought he'd spoil, but
perhaps a mark to Ryan Edmondson there. Yeah, he's paid it.
Yeah, yes, he has
looks like
been
a good grab
paid
there.
the mark.
Looks like I thought Reeves had done enough to stop him taking it, but he's got a second grab just before the ball's hit the ground there. He's done well. Oh, it's been a ball up apparently, so I'm not sure about that one. But now Lindisfarne bringing it into 50. There's a handball. It's in the direction of Michael Clark now. He gets on to his right. He's held on the left arm. There's a free kick for downfield for something rather. I'm not quite sure what was in that one.
A push, I think.
Perhaps a push. Just trying to work this one out here at Anzac Park. Looks like Brad Davies stands the mark there for the Tigers. So I presume Michael Clark now will go back and take a kick here. 45 metres out on the right. He'll probably have a shot here, so. We see the players all watching here and waiting to see how he goes with this kick. He's certainly taking a very long run up now.
I was going to say exactly the same thing, Josh. He's come back almost onto the centre wing, but he's lining up now.
It looks like he was brushed high as he got rid of the kick, so that's what the free kick was for, Rod.
Okay. So, in he comes, Michael Clark. Has not troubled the scorers yet today, but that's a nice looking kicker. Just fades away at the last minute. It's gone through for a behind to Michael Clark for Lindisfarne. So Lindisfarne make that an even 40-point margin. Now the ball comes out. Hobart with a bit of system now happening. It goes towards Hugo and Langdale, but in fact getting in the way is Callum Mitchell for Lindisfarne for the New Jet 2 Blues, and he kicks that forward, but it's way out of bounds. On the full, the boundary umpire takes a minute to indicate where the ball went straight out. Hugo will bring it back in for the Tigers. Kicks it up towards the wing for the Tigers. And a big fly from the Lindisfarne player there. But that certainly looked, Timmy would be very happy with that. I think there was a bit of rugby union there today. If you want to text into the studio, it's 0427 334 336. Line and goes over, so it'll be a bit more work for the boundary umpire. He'll throw it back in. Josh, take it away.
So we see now, looks like no one really gets the hit out there, and the ball comes to ground. It's as Callum Mitchell runs past it now, tries to get a hand on it. Looks like Cunliffe's got it again, and now he doesn't have it. Callum Mitchell gets a scrappy hands away. It looks like there's a bit of a scrimmage here going on between Nichols and Cunliffe now. I'm not quite sure what that one was about. Certainly lots of high contact to both players' faces there. You see Reeves dragged off it now, and looks like the umpires will step in here and throw the ball up.
Yes, the old trick for the umpires.
Webster gets a hit out for the Tigers, and I'm not quite sure what that is. Looks like the umpires later report there as Stevens marks in the back line for the Tigers now and goes to the right. He kicks it. Jetson's got the ball now. Jetson kicks it into the forward line for the Tigers. It's marked by Beck, who's on his own there. He might go back here. He's 40 metres out on the right-hand side. And I gather from that incident that it looks like Mark Nichols may have been reported there for the Tigers. So not the best news there. Already sporting a couple of injuries. They won't want to be missing too many for the following weeks. You see Beck runs in now. He kicks from a bit outside 50, kicking well back of the mark. It's fallen short. Looks like Kaylee Goff's run on the end of it. He gets a kick away, but it's smothered by number 17, Adam Hutchinson, and out of bounds. for a throw in on the right hand behind post there.
Hobart players were
as the ball's thrown back in now, Huxley can't quite get the hit out. Looks like Goff's got the handball out to Jetson, who gets a quick handball away. Luke Sullivan runs, wheels, handballs to Beck, who's on the boundary line, kicks the ball over its end, comes into the square. It's marked by number 13 for Lindisfarne, and they bring it out the right-hand side now. A lot of free running players here for Lindisfarne and looking to damage on the rebound now. They just can't quite get this clear kick away at the moment. We've got a couple of handballs and a tackle's laid, but he just gets the kick away. Looks like Webster might interfere there for the Tigers. No, apparently a mark held by Fazakerley for Lindisfarne. So he kicks now and Reeves intercepts and brings it back for the Tigers. Back in the Woods direction on the left half forward flank. He marks and steadies now. Not the longest kick, so he probably passed this one off, but he's put it on the end of the square and Huxley's got to beat 3, which he can't do. So Callum Mitchell brings it back out for Lindisfarne, out the left-hand flank now.
Joseph Miller, he's got the ball and he kicks it up towards the wing. Another Lindisfarne player there, that's Justin Myers. He's got it and he's kicked it forward. And that's Mitchell Gruber. Mitchell Gruber has done some good things today. And he's just outside the 50-metre zone for Lindisfarne. Kicks it in towards the scoring line, but it's through for a behind for Mitchell Gruber. So Lindisfarne 76 to the Tigers 36. That's the even 40 points again. And that's coming out there towards...
Triffitt's marked it, or he's been taken high. He's a free kick there.
Certainly quite a clear decision there for Triffitt. Triffitt was lucky to be playing, I think, after a knock he received at the 2CA a fortnight ago.
Yeah, I think he might have broken a few ribs in that one, so pretty quick turnaround to be back in a couple of weeks, so well done to him. As it looks like Beck might have given away a free kick for tackling the man without the ball. Not quite sure what the go is here, but Lindisfarne bring it inside forward now. And it looks like Gruber's on the end of it. He runs on, gets a kick away. It's out of bounds on the full to the left-hand side now. And it'll be the man bun, Stewie Patterson, to bring it back into play now. As you see, he kicks long and high here. There's 3 Hobart players here, and looks like Reeves has got on the end of it, outmarked his counterpart in Fazakerley now. So
Reeves is starting to take a few more marks, Josh.
Yeah, he is, and he kicks short to Jetson there. Jetson kicks now. It looks like Roscoe Hugo's bit up the ground now. He kicks. He's got Woods inside 50, who marks and plays on now. He might have a shot here. Woods 35 out on the right. He kicks it on the full. Bit disappointing there from Woods. I thought he would have got a better effort, but looks like Lindisfarne will be looking to reset here. Currently leading by 39 points here at Anzac Park. Looking the better of the two sides at the moment now. We see as Miller marks, Joseph Miller marks coming out of the back line there. He steadies and kicks now. It's back to the ruckman in Blair Fazakerley, who's beaten by a shorter man. And looks like that might have been deliberately knocked over by the Lindisfarne player in Callum Mitchell, but he's gotten away with one there and it's thrown in to be thrown in from the sideline now. So
okay, so we're watching here at Anzac Park, Lindisfarne versus Hobart, and it's Jack Anning coming away with the ball for Lindisfarne. He gets it clear, comes to another Lindisfarne player, and kicked on towards the centre half forward area, but in fact pushing the ball out is Matthew Tringrove for Lindisfarne. We saw Jake McPherson in there as well. The ball will be thrown in again in the half forward line for Lindisfarne going forward. So a 39-point margin. Lindisfarne pretty comfortable lead at this stage. It's gone out to Michael Clark for Lindisfarne. The ball's kicked towards the centre half forward area, and slipping over right at the crucial moment was Justin Myers. And there's a bit of a scrimmage there, but what's happening? I think
looks like Jake McPherson thought he was taken high, but he's called holding the ball there, and it's a good tackle by Sam Reeves now. You see McPherson still on the ground there. Looks like he's in a bit of discomfort. So
yes, the umpire's called time on.
Time off, yep. And looks like he may be, looks like Matthew Phillips is down.
Matthew Phillips,
yep.
And Sam Reeves just comforting him there, hoping he's all right.
Trying to see what happened here.
I think,
not quite sure. He must have. You see his head throw back in that, and he's grabbed his knee. So
grabbed his knee, yes.
Not looking to, his left knee there. So might be in a bit of trouble here. We'll see a couple of trainers attend to him now. So
bit of a hold up here as the umpire's got the ball in hand, waiting to see what's going to happen here with Matthew Phillips. his knee. We see, yes, you just see on the replay again, it certainly went down clutching his knee.
He's just sort of locked up with Reeves in the tackle there. So.
Stretcher's coming out, Josh.
Yeah, it is. That's never a good sight to see, but we certainly wish him a speedy recovery and hope he's not too injured there. So.
Let's see what's happening in the AFL. Over to you, Rosie.
Yeah, the Hawks are in front by 18 at the Gabba, leading the Lions, and in Alice Springs, Port Power leading Melbourne Demons by 28 points.
Okay, yes, we see, yes, Phillips is being put on the stretcher. And this is quite a lengthy delay to the game here at Anzac Park. We're 17 minutes into the third quarter, and trainers from both clubs assisting, as you normally see, with a serious injury, as Phillips will be stretchered off. He's obviously conscious and able to discuss what's happening, but not great to see. In fact, what's happening there, Josh, is they're taking the stretcher apart. It's not something that I've seen before.
Yeah, not quite sure what the go is here, but they obviously don't want to move him too much. That's sort of splitting in two and bring it back in or something. So.
Well, they could certainly do with one of those little vehicles that take the players off over here at Anzac Park. You're listening to Community Radio. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM, and we're coming to you from Anzac Park in Lindisfarne. This is a broadcast which is part of a partnership between Edge Radio and the Hobart Football Club. Now, Josh, you're a board member for the Hobart Football Club, and obviously this is a great arrangement between Edge Radio and Hobart.
It certainly is, and hopefully you, the listener, can agree that it's great to hear local football back on the agenda. So.
It's certainly been a long time, hasn't it, since we heard much local football on air?
It's been a long time. Certainly, even the major broadcasters, some of the ABCs of the world, even in this day and age, can't find it viable to support community football. So it's good to see it back on the agenda, and it was a great opportunity for us as a footy club and for Edge Radio as community radio station.
No, terrific to be able to bring this action to you from Anzac Park. Now, the only action happening at the moment is player Matthew Phillips for the Lindisfarne New Jet 2 Blues. He's about to be taken off the ground. He's on the stretcher. They've sorted out the stretcher, and now he's being taken off, and there'll be quite a bit of applause, I think, as he's brought off the ground at this stage. So there's been a lengthy delay, and might give Hobart the opportunity to decide how they're going to approach the last part of this third quarter, Josh, because they certainly need to bang on a few goals quickly at the village end if they're to be back in this game.
Yeah, well, they've let Lindisfarne get a couple of goals up on them again this quarter, so they really need to bounce back here and reset. You see now the umpire bringing play back on, and it'll be Sam Reeves with the ball pretty much in a half back. He comes from a long way behind the mark now, and he plays on and kicks to the right wing now. It looks like it'll be headed in the Beck direction. Beck takes a good grab in front of the small grandstand.
He's having more to say.
And Beck kicks it now. Yep, he kicks it long, but Huxley can't take the mark, but he's wheeled now, and he's got it in his right hand. He turns and kicks. Looks like Jetson's back in the game again. He's got a mark now, about 65 metres out on the right-hand wing for the Tigers.
Looking for options downfield.
Jetson kicks it long and high, and there's a couple under it, but no one can get on the end of it. Looks like Lindisfarne will bring it back out now, back out the right-hand side. We see a scrappy kick away on the ground there, and looks like Andrew Fleming's run onto it, and he gets the quick hands away now, and we see one bounce there and a kick away. Kick very wide. Can't quite take the mark there is Matthew Tringrove for Lindisfarne. He's got a handball away now, and there's a few over it. Looks like Josh Webster pick it up for the Tigers. He handballs to Reeves. It looks like there's been a throw paid back there. I'm not quite sure who the throw was paid against. Perhaps before Webster's picked it up. Yeah, okay, the throw was under the stoppage there. I couldn't actually see who got it out, but certainly Lindisfarne now about 50 metres out on the right-hand side. It's Tringrove with the ball again. Matthew Tringrove, that is, looking perhaps to have a shot here. So.
Already kicked a goal today.
And he walks in now, and he looks certainly loud thud there. The kick's coming back. It's not quite making the distance. It's through off Stephen's hands for a behind. Looks like Sam Reeves sporting a big stitch there as he grabs his rib. Looks like Sullivan now will bring it back in for the Tigers, and he takes a half step but doesn't get the kick away there. Takes another dummy, the third dummy, and he's played on now. He gets the kick away. It's not a very good kick. It's straight to Lindisfarne there, and it's marked by Michael Clark at centre half forward for Lindisfarne.
So Clark will go for goals. He'll kick from about 50 metres out. The man on the mark is 49 metres out, and Clark has had quite a lot to do in the game. He's had a fair bit of the ball, more in the first half than in this third quarter, but he's showing a lot of deliberation as he comes in. There's the stutter we often see, and he lays boot to ball, kicks it. The goal umpire indicates that it's through for a behind. Luke Sullivan quickly gets play underway, off to Reeves in the back pocket. Reeves looks downfield, lets fly with a long bomb. Huxley's there for the Tigers, but unfortunately for them, it's Lindisfarne that come away with the ball. So that's Jack Anning over on the wing, and he's looking for another option, and that is a Lindisfarne player who's got that just outside the 50-metre zone. He kicks it forward. It's nothing very impressive there from all the players. Sam Reeves comes away with the ball, and a Hobart player is caught just out from the 10-yard square. I think it'll be a pretty easy goal for Lindisfarne coming up. Josh, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so. See Ali wrapped up there and sort of throws it out as he's tackled, caught holding the ball. So pretty easy one for the umpire there. It looked like Lindisfarne going back and consolidating here.
Brad Davies couldn't help him, but I see the Lindisfarne player has come right back out to the 50-metre zone. That's quite a run-up, Josh.
Yeah, it certainly looks it at the moment. He's actually back in the square, so he's kicked it from about 40. Yeah, he's kicked it a long way back from where he needed to, but he's got the goal, so we can excuse him that one.
All right, so the two Blues go further ahead. We're seeing quite a, well, after that long delay for the Matthew Phillips injury, that's the first goal, and Lindisfarne have kicked away. Okay, what's happening AFL-wise, Rosie?
Yep, three-quarter time at the Gabba. The Hawks are in front by 12, leading the Lions. Still a fairly close one there. And Power have got a comfortable lead over the Melbourne Demons with 28 points in front in Alice Springs.
Thank you, Rosie. All right, back at Anzac Park for Edge Radio. The ball is thrown up. Huxley's been moved into the ruck. Langdale is there. We haven't seen much of Langdale in the third quarter. Ball's kicked out, and Hobart go forward. Josh?
Godfrey with a mark and kick there. It's gone long now. It's in the square. Beck can't get on the end of it. There's a scrap away from Lindisfarne. Woods runs in, picks it up, throws it on the boots across the face. Out of bounds on the full there.
Oh dear, yes. That looked good for Hobart, but unfortunately it's gone out on the full. So Lindisfarne to bring it back in, going down the Lindisfarne side of the ground. And Sullivan emerges. He puts it onto his right boot and kicks it straight through the centre. A much needed goal for the Hobart Tigers. Well done, Luke Sullivan. First goal of the day for him.
And perhaps showing the class you've been talking up all day there, Rod. Off one step, just kicks the goal from 50 metres out. So
he's just got the balance, the poise. You see there on the replay, he was able to get a nice kick away, even though he was under a bit of pressure. It was the goal umpire didn't have to move.
No, it was never in doubt, that one. That was a pretty good kick there. We see a little bit more excitement from the Hobart bench now, but they need a couple here. 25 minutes, 26 minutes almost into the third quarter, but we've probably lost 6 to the delay there for the injury. So
yes. Okay, so we're underway again, and Huxley's got it out, and Sullivan had the ball, but he was thrown in a bit of a spin as the Tigers through Hart try to get the ball away, and that's a nicely kicked down. And that's Beck, I think, is it? Yes, that's Beck for the Hobart Tigers, just outside 50 metres. The short kick, but it unfortunately has gone straight to a Lindisfarne player, and Lindisfarne get back outside onto the wing, but can't keep possession. Hugo's there, and that's Fitz. Fitz uses all of his experience to get it out to another Hobart player, and it's kicked on towards the square, and a nice mark. Nice mark by Beck, I believe.
Yeah, Beck Beck again with a good grab there. So he's gotten a bit more busy this quarter.
Yes.
And there's a good pass by Goff there as well to him. So
you say he came out of retirement early in the season. Just as well he did.
Yes, they do give him a bit of a ribbing for looking like Fraser Gehrig, and he was back out of retirement in round 1, much like Fraser Gehrig. So if you're listening later on, Mark Beck, there you go. But he lines up now and he has a shot, and he's put that one through the middle. So Beck's got a goal there.
Good signs for Hobart. 2 quick goals, and Hobart perhaps could set themselves up to be ready to come back in the last quarter. Josh, let's hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so, Rod.
Okay, quick score check from the AFL, Rosie.
Yeah, we're just into the 4th quarter at the Gabba. Hawks lead by 12, leading the Lions, and in Alice Springs, Power lead by 28 in front of Melbourne Demons, 14 minutes into the 3rd quarter.
Thank you, Rosie. It's a close one at the Gabba. Josh, bit of a surprise, that one. As I was saying earlier, I imagined Hawthorn would go up there and have a walk in the park, but the Lions are doing quite well.
Yeah, doing pretty well there, Brisbane, so well done to them. But I hope they don't rule my tipping too much, Rod.
Huxley, again, he's in the ruck, and he's changed the look of the game at this stage, but Lindisfarne do come out of it at this stage. That's Matthew Howell. He had the ball and kicked it out, but Langdale is there for the Tigers. Hugo, I believe, might have been Langdale again, but Langdale this time gets it away to a Lindisfarne player. And the ball is there in the 50-metre zone for Lindisfarne. He's tipped it up towards a player who's got plenty of time but doesn't use it. And Hobart had the ball there. Fitz was caught with the ball, and I think he's... What's happened there, Josh? He's
called a throw, I think, against Fitz, yeah. And lucky Fitz did grab onto that when he did, because there are about 4 Lindisfarne players free inside 50 there. So if he didn't get on the end of that one, then they're in a lot of trouble, the Tigers. But they'll have a shot now from probably 45 metres out here, and it is number 28, Jake McPherson, to have the shot as he steadies now and comes in.
Loping run in.
Puts it in on the right boot. Has fallen well short there. It's an average kick, that one. There's a bit of a fresh area there, and now Goff kicks it wide for the Tigers. It'll probably go out of bounds here as Fitz runs onto the end of it, just to make sure there's no deliberate call there.
I think that was a bit lucky for the Tigers there, Josh, as the boundary umpire gets the opportunity to send it back in.
Yeah, a bit of an underwhelming kick there from McPherson. It's probably only went half the distance there, so very lucky indeed. It looks like Patterson can't get the kick away. He's tackled by Cunliffe, who's been very busy today. I thought Flanagan had got it out there for the Tigers, but we'll have another ball up once again. So Tigers looking to bring it out of their left back pocket here, and probably needing a couple more before 3/4 time to stay in the hunt here. As Hugo picks it up now for them, gets a very strange kick away indeed. And it's picked up now by Anning from Lindisfarne. He's tackled pretty quickly, and we'll have another ball up. Probably breaking some sort of record for ball ups today, I reckon.
I think so. It's Huxley's in there for the Tigers, and there's a pack of 3 players there. I think we'll see another one, Josh.
Yeah,
another
we will.
ball up.
Braslin's brought to ground there by Fitz, so yet another one. We see Huxley with a late hit out there, gets a sort of second hands on it, and Ali now the handball to Hugo, ducks his head. He's now tackled by 3 and drops it, so he's got prior opportunity there trying to break the tackle, so he's called holding the ball. And it looks like Braslin will go back and have a shot here for Lindisfarne.
Yes, Braslin
probably only 25 metres out here, so
he's had quite a bit of the play. He's a club veteran, Josh.
He is, and just a steady head here, and he comes in, not the prettiest kick, but it's a goal, so they all go in the newspaper tomorrow.
And on Monday as well.
Yeah, and on Monday as well, so he extends Lindisfarne's lead now, back out to 43 points it is here at Anzac Park, as we go past 30-minute mark here.
Yes, there was a bit of a delay there with the injury, so we will see a longer quarter, and it's getting a bit dark over here at Lindisfarne. We might get the lights turned on so we can actually see, but lucky we've got the vision in front of us to be able to bring this game to you on Edge Radio 99.3 FM, the central umpire. Yet another ball up, this time after a goal. Huxley gets it down, but Cunliffe nearly has his head taken off, and he'll go back and take a free kick. Wheels out onto his right and kicks it down, but taking a nice mark down there in defence, Josh, is...
It's Brad Davies there as he falls over backwards. Now he gets the kick away down the left wing. It looks like a couple of Lindisfarne players there. And perhaps Case Miller doesn't take the mark as it's hit the ground apparently. So Sammy Godfrey runs off with it now for the Tigers and kicks into a big pack of seagulls where Reeves takes the mark. Perhaps knocked out of his hand there. But,
well, he's looking for the 50 metres,
no
but it's not going to be paid.
So he kicks along now towards the end of the square. He's got Ganinin doesn't jump, and there's no mark there for the Tigers. Looks like Bradford's run through the mark, and he's gotten away with one there, so lucky stuff there for the Tigers. And the kick's just short of his teammate there, so it looks like Fitz will get onto it for the Tigers now. And Joey Miller looking to get in the way of Fitz. Fitz is slung to the ground, and Lindisfarne bringing the ball back out now. Case Miller with a handball away. Cunliffe runs into his teammate. That's how desperate he was to get that ball, and it's three-quarter time here at Anzac Park.
Three-quarter time at Anzac Park, and Josh, we've got quite a sizable margin. What's that, 43 points now, the lead for the two Blues. So Hobart are really going to have to pile it on and hope that Lindisfarne can't get any more goals. I really do think that Hobart are up against it at this stage. Josh, what do you think?
They certainly are. They probably need some sort of big breeze to come through now and blow in one direction. But
yeah, well, I can't see that happening with the weather pattern as it is at the moment. We might call into the Bureau of Meteorology, but I don't think there's a strong wind warning out at the moment. So Lindisfarne to be pretty happy as the teams come together in their huddles at Anzac Park at three-quarter time. It's quite a sizable lead, 43 points to the two Blues. And I see Todd Willing there. He's injured. He's got a problem with his knee, and he's in the Lindisfarne huddle. Okay, well, we'll be back in a little while with the last quarter of this game from Anzac Park. It's the Lindisfarne New Jet 2 Blues up against the Co-op Hobart Toyota Tigers. And over to our fellows in the studio.
Co-op Toyota Hobart Tigers and Edge Radio are proud community partners.
Josh Munting. Okay, Josh, what's going to happen in the last quarter? Are the Tigers going to be able to come back?
Oh, I've been saying it for a while now, but they don't have a lot of time here. They've got to be pretty precise here and got to kick very well and shut down Lindisfarne pretty well here to be in with any chance. But I can't see it happening at the moment. So
it's getting quite dark and the lights are on over here at Lindisfarne. The umpire's looking forward to his shower. I think he wants to get things underway pretty soon. He's calling for the players to get themselves set, and he'll soon hold the ball aloft for that hooter that we hear over here at Lindisfarne. Yep. So he's indicating where he's going to run out, and there we go. There's the hooter. And here's the central umpire throwing the ball up in the start of the last quarter. Reeves in the ruck for Hobart. Got the tap, but unfortunately Lindisfarne have come away with the ball through Joseph Miller. He's been mentioned quite a few times today. It's gone forward for Lindisfarne and it's a bit scrappy at this stage. Cunliffe is pursuing the ball, but it's gone out of bounds just near the forward pocket for Lindisfarne. So Lindisfarne with a 43-point lead. I think they'd be feeling pretty comfortable. There's a good crowd over here at Anzac Park watching this game as Reeves gets the tap down, and Reeves gets it pushed back to him, but he kicks it out of bounds on the full, I believe, and Lindisfarne will take the kick going forward to the village end of the ground. A nice kick going there, and Oliver Rand, he had the opportunity but wasn't able to take it. Sullivan came out with the ball, but unfortunately it went to a Lindisfarne player in Michael Clark, who wheeled around, and the ball's come back down to the 10-metre square where Sam Reeves takes the relieving mark in defence. It looks for Sullivan. Sullivan takes a nice grab on his tummy, really. Oh, you wouldn't call that a chest mark. It's back to Sullivan. It's given back to Sullivan. Nice kick. Hugo, I'm not sure what he was doing there, but he's got the ball at the end of the pitch. Unable to get it away himself, so he gets it out and nicely marked out there for Hobart. It's gone forward to Ali. Ali is unable to take it though, take possession, and Lindisfarne come away with the ball through Cunliffe. Cunliffe looks for some clear space and finds it and drives it towards the centre half forward line. And Fazakali turns around, has the ball, and kicks it straight through the middle. Blair Fazakali, a goal. He's known as the Mayor of Lindisfarne, and boy, he's tall, and he stamped himself as a player of class and a player of influence in this game. That's given the two Blues the jump on the Hobart Tigers and extended their lead even further. Josh.
Yeah, well, certainly not the start the Tigers would have been after there. We see now the umpires heading back to the centre of the ground.
It's happened every quarter, I think.
Yeah, I think Lindisfarne got the first one every quarter, so I don't know if there's a lapse in concentration or whether Lindisfarne start particularly well, but not the result we were after, Rod, but...
No. Okay, well, the central umpire again, he'll throw it up. He's indicating where he's going to run out. Sam Reeves is just adjusting his sock. He goes up for the big fly, and the ball is pretty indecisive as it's kicked forward towards the Hobart 50-metre zone. But there's a nest of Lindisfarne players. It looked like a throw to me as it came out to Lindisfarne. There's another one. It's kicked out towards Case Miller. He's got the ball and he comes looking for the centre and finds another player there in Joseph Miller. Cunliffe's there, of course, and he puts in a big kick. And it's bumped away. Hobart does quite well. Try to bounce the ball is unusual. Oliver Rand's in there. Jack Anning's there as well. And Jack Anning, look at that. That is a sensational goal from the left forward pocket. Jack Anning's kicked another one. Well, Lindisfarne have got two in this quarter. And it's looking how far Lindisfarne at this stage. What's happening in the AFL, Rosie?
Well, it's the Hawks by 25 at the Gabba, leading Brisbane Lions in the fourth quarter. And at Alice Springs, Power are in front by 17, leading Melbourne Demons.
Thank you, Rosie. Well, Josh, some spectacular skills on display in that last passage of play.
Yeah, certainly a great goal there, and it was good pressure there. I'm not quite sure what the bounce was doing coming out of the back line straight away, but I guess Hobart mistaken Lindisfarne goal, which has probably been a familiar pattern today. So
take it away, Josh.
We see now Joey Miller gets the hands out for Lindisfarne. He's got it back again now, and he'll be wrapped up by Reeves, and it'll be a ball up right in the centre circle once again.
Somebody's got a phone call coming in there, I hear. But we see Reeves gets it down. Cunliffe had the ball and he got it down to Michael Clark, who kicks it forward. Lindisfarne unable to take possession. That's Anning, who kicked that great goal. He'll have another go.
Same spot.
Yes, but he gets it to the top of the square. And look at that, Lindisfarne. I think, that was for Zachary. He had a chance, but it hit the point post. Langdale will bring the ball out for Hobart, looking for a Hobart player, but it goes straight to Joseph Miller, who kicks it up towards the Lindisfarne goals. Langdale gets the ball back, trying to make amends for that passage of play. It's returned to him, but it was a little bit behind him, unfortunately. And so Lindisfarne go back towards the goals, but that's Ganninan, I believe, who's taken it there, kicked it out to Hugo. Hugo's handballed it on, and we see Hayden Triffett there on the wing with a nice kick looking forward, and that is
Shane Bradford there, right?
Shane Bradford with the ball. Kicked it up towards the Hobart square, and that's gone through for a minor score to Hobart. So at least they're on the board in this quarter. So Lindisfarne with the ball in the Hobart square, bringing it back in, and he's looking for number 21, I think, Trent Clark, but it went in fact to Case Miller. Case Miller kicks it forward. Cunliffe does the feint and gets it away. Looking for Cunliffe again. No, he's gone on himself. Ryan Edmondson kicked it forward, and number 26, Matthew Tringrove, who's kicked a couple of goals today, he kicks it forward, and look at that, the Reverend. About 15 metres out from the goals. It just happened too easily for Lindisfarne, Josh.
Yeah, that was a great low grab there from Reverend. It was pretty good delivery there by Lindisfarne. Not much his opponent, Brad Davies, could do there, being caught behind. So.
The Reverend Oliver Rand, he's got 3 goals already today, and this could be the 4th. So we'll see how he goes here. Oliver Rand coming in, looks towards the goals, puts it straight through the centre, and that's number 4 for Oliver Rand. So the 2 Blues are running away with this at Anzac Park. You're listening to Edge Radio 99.3 FM. If you want to text into the studio, please do so. Let us know how you're hearing the game. 0427 334 336. That's the Edge Radio text line. 0427 334 336. As the temperature, I'd say, is dropping even further. Tim, can you let us know what the temperature is out there? We're a little bit lucky in the van here, but boy, it's not too warm over here at Lindisfarne. Central umpire again. Reeves is in the ruck. It'll be Reeves against Fazakerley, and it's really indecisive. You wouldn't know who won that tip, but Lindisfarne come away with the ball through Joseph Miller. He kicks it to the pocket. The ball's very close to the boundary line, but Hobart keep it in, but only as far as a Lindisfarne player getting it. It looks like it might be rushed through for a behind. Yes, it's rushed through for a behind for Lindisfarne. So very easily, again, the ball was taken up to the Lindisfarne goals. Ball coming out towards Reeves, but he's unable to take it. Cunliffe, of course, has the ball, has an opportunity, kicks it forward, but that'll be rushed through again for another behind to Lindisfarne. So Lindisfarne peppering the scoreboard now, Josh.
Yeah, they certainly are there. You see a kick come back in now. It's headed in the... Langdale's actually cut it off, and he's got it for the Tigers now. Robinson half back. He wheels onto the pitch now, and he gets the kick away up the middle of the ground. Looks like Ali's under it. Huxley's got it now, but he's brought to ground. Gets a quick handball out now. And it is number 52, Anning, who's been on fire lately. Kicks it long for Lindisfarne here. Inside the 50 there. Webster looks to effect a tackle for Hobart, but he can't manage so as Patterson gets the handball now. But it's intercepted by Andrew Fleming for Lindisfarne. We'll see a whistle go. I think it's a ball up here, but we'll just confirm that.
Yes, Andrew Fleming, club veteran, who's lying on top of Patterson there. I don't think I'd want to be in that position. The ball's thrown up, and it's a bit of indecisive play. A bit more scrimmage. There's been plenty of this. What number ball up will this be, Josh?
I'm not sure if I can count that high on my fingers. We'll keep moving now, but we see it's balled up quickly, and Webster's got a scrappy handball away. It's picked up by the Lindisfarne player, who's brought to ground now, and it's back out the back to number 14. Matthew Howe gets it. He kicks it wide. It's in the direction of Jake McPherson. He can't get it, and he may have given away a free kick to Josh Webster from the Tigers here for tackling him without the ball. So Webster will go back now and steady for the Tigers, but they need something, and they need it pretty quickly right now, Rod. Trailing by 63 points here.
They certainly do, Josh, and Blair Fazakerley takes the relieving mark for Lindisfarne. That Hobart attack never really got started. Fazakerley's got it. He's called to play on. He kicks it forward. Who's there for Lindisfarne? Well, it's no one, because Webster's got the ball again, and he'll kick it this time, looking for...
Dangerous kick.
Yes, it was, and Lindisfarne come away with the ball through Clark. Clark's had a lot of it. That's number 18 for Lindisfarne. He had it, he spun around and kicked it straight through the behind.
We went for one on the highlights reel, but he couldn't quite pull it off there.
No.
Probably a bit close to the line, so...
Yes.
We'll see now the kick in coming back in. I think it'd be Shane Bradford to kick it back in for Hobart now. And he kicks it long and wide to the left-hand side. I don't think there's been any hands on that, so it'll be on the full now, and it'll be Matthew Hutchinson to bring it back in for Lindisfarne. He does so quickly, and he kicks to Nick Braslin, who takes the mark, wheels back, gets a short kick inside 50 now. So I think it's the Reverend again.
No, it's number 26. It's Tringrove there, Josh, and there's a bit of an altercation as Tringrove didn't like the attention he got from Langdale. He's wiping his chops as he goes back and receives the ball from a teammate. Yes, he's checking to see if there's any of the red stuff on his lips. And we're not referring to lipstick, of course.
I'm quite sure what there's happened.
No,
there. It looks like a 50-metre penalty.
50-metre penalty's been paid. So
Langdale's quite see what that one was for, actually.
Been brought forward. I think Sam Reeves might have infringed. No, we're
just trying to work that one out still. So that was. Yeah, not quite sure what the 50 was for there, but he's come right on the goal line. He's put it through the middle. So Lindisfarne extend their lead now, and perhaps flexing some muscle right at the moment.
Yes, 119 to 49. So that's quite a sizable margin now. The Lindisfarne 2 Blues are doing very well.
just had a message through now actually saying, loving the live stream, guys. Do you think Hobart could be grand final contenders? Well, certainly I'd have to say probably not on today's performance, but they definitely can play a better brand of football than they are now, and they have got a few players to come back in. But Lindisfarne looking really premiership contenders today, and flexing their muscle over Claremont earlier in the season. So they'll definitely be the team to beat.
Great to hear. Great to have that interaction from Luke there through the Edge Radio text line. Cunliffe, of course, has got the ball and he gets it out to a teammate and kicks it forward. And is that Tringrove, Josh? Yes, I think it is. He'll wheel around. And the Reverend is there and he has an opportunity to put it through, but he's missed. So the Reverend has kicked a point there. That's his first miss for the day, I think, Josh, of the
yeah, well, he's had a pretty good year so far. I'm just checking the program now. That brings him, he's up to 27 goals for the year so far. So.
And we've got a text in from Marilyn McVilly here, loving the commentary. Not so much the score so far. Keep it up, Josh and Rod, as Tringrove gets yet another opportunity. He kicks it long towards the behind post, and it's rushed through for a behind for Lindisfarne. So thank you very much, Marilyn McVilly, for your text. Marilyn McVilly, of course, is a Hobart stalwart. Great veteran volunteer, I think, we'd say at the TCA ground. As Lindisfarne keep the ball up their end, a great tackle laid there by the Hobart player, Dean Jetson, in fact, yes, and he's got the ball and looking to come forward down the wing. Huxley's there, but he was just a little bit flat-footed as the kick didn't come in the time he thought it would, and the ball's gone forward. And Jetson again. Jetson tries the little kick, and it's taken by Sullivan. Now, Sullivan's been a bit quiet in this last quarter, but he gets the opportunity to kick it forward now, and he finds...
He's got Shane Bradford now, who kicks long down the line. On the 50, that's a great kick, and it's well marked by Reeves, outstretched there, right on the 50 on the left-hand side for the Tigers.
Interestingly, the Tigers looking a bit classier at this stage. A bit of pressure gone out of the game, do you think, Josh?
Yeah, perhaps so. Certainly, the last couple of minutes have been a lot better, but it might all be too little too late. So,
well, it's a 71-point margin at this stage. It's Sam Reeves having really what his first kick for goal today from 51 metres. He puts it on the boot.
Through to the left for a behind there. So we'll have number 5, Callum Mitchell, to bring it back in for the Two Blues. He kicks wide now to the left-hand side. Looks like Joey Miller's on the end of it. He marks pretty comfortably there.
Had a lot of the ball today, Josh.
Yeah, he's been very good. Big recruit from Hobart City for them, so he's certainly lived up to the hype. As he kicks now to Cunliffe, who gets another grab. Wheels now plays on, kicks it through the middle, back towards the pitch. There's a good grab there by, it looks like, we've got number 6, Michael Clark. He's taken a good one and he's put it right onto the right wing. Lindisfarne spreading really well here, and James Mitchell now kicks inside 50, kicks long. Looks like the Reverend might have been given a free kick here. He might go back and make it number 5 here at Anzac Park.
I think the interpretation was held without the ball, Josh.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going for. So he'll go back now. He's got the ball in that left glove, which he's had a fair bit of it there today. So
he's only wearing the one glove, Josh. What do you think of that approach to the game?
I'm not quite sure on that one.
Did he leave the other one in the change rooms, or he couldn't find it in his bag, or is it a deliberate decision, Josh?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Maybe he shares the right glove with one of the other players. I'm not sure on the logic behind that. But he comes back now and he puts it through. He's got 5. Lindisfarne asserting their dominance here at Anzac Park.
Okay, a score check from the AFL, Rosie. Let us know what's happening. Is that game over at the Gabba?
Not quite yet. Hawks are in front by 36 points, 27 minutes into the fourth quarter. And in Alice Springs, Power still in front, leading by 22 over Melbourne Demons.
Okay, thank you, Rosie. So, as we expected, Hawthorn are kicking away and the Power doing very well. But back at Anzac Park in beautiful Lindisfarne, there's a little bit of sunshine on the far side of the ground. Huxley's back in the ruck and wins the tap. It's down to Sullivan. Sullivan, of course, one of the classiest players on the ground, kicks it forward towards the Hobart goals, but Lindisfarne come away with the ball and it's kicked back out to the wing where it's Miller.
Joey Miller, but well brought to ground by Triffett there, and it looks like we're going to have another stoppage here in just a moment as Hugo gets tackled with the ball for the Tigers.
Well, let's have a ball up, Josh.
Yeah, why not? We haven't had many of them today.
No.
So.
Thrown up into the air by the central umpire. A really indecisive play at this stage. The ball's back on the ground, but Cunliffe kicks it off the ground. and it's out towards a Hobart defender, but nobody really wants the ball at this stage. It's bustled out, and the Hobart player with his head down, that was Patterson. He gets it out to Webster. Webster comes forward. His first decisive bit of play for a little while, and Dylan Huxley will get the free kick.
It looks like he's held in that marking contest.
Yes.
So he'll go back now and slow the play up, bringing it out of the back line for the Tigers. He kicks wide and short there in the Langdale direction. Probably a good option. He marks now, and he'll use this pretty well here. He puts it to Sullivan. He couldn't have done much better there. So Sullivan with the mark now and kicks wide. It's characteristically good kick now in the direction of Goff, who marks in front, right in front of the Lindisfarne bench on the right wing here. He kicks long towards the 50, and the Lindisfarne player jumps, takes the mark all on his own there. It's number 13, Ryan Edmondson. He's been good today as well, so he switches now. The long kick, and we see the player wheel onto their left and put it onto the wing where Case Miller will run onto it. He's got a bit of time, so he fumbles and collects now, steadies and kicks it long. It's inside 50 there. We see it's running onto a Lindisfarne player. I think it was Miller. It might not have been. It might have been Tringrove there, and I think he's put it through to the right for a behind there.
Well, what actually happened there? Cunliffe had the opportunity. The ball was on the ground. He kicked it, but it went straight into the goalpost. Josh.
So almost a cherry pick there, Rod.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like he hurt himself a little bit too. But Hugo's got it now on the back line, half back for the Tigers. He kicks short to Goff. Dangerous kick, but he's marked now, and he'll go back. First year of senior footy here, still under 18 as well, so he's had a good start, Kaylee Goff, for the Tigers. So he kicks to Beck. Beck can't even get near the contest, and it's marked by Edmondson again for Lindisfarne. He gets that switch going once again with a short kick now. It's marked by Case Miller. He's been pretty good today as well. He kicks through the middle to the pitch.
Lindisfarne's defence is working overtime, but doing quite well, Josh.
Yeah, certainly are. And that's hit on the head of two Lindisfarne players. We see Jake McPherson kick inside 50 now for them. Looks like Alex Stevens has got a free kick there for Hobart. He did get a spoil away, but apparently our man, the Reverend, couldn't manage his sixth today, and he's given away a free kick in that contest. So see now Stevens kicks long. It's up in the air. It's marked by Kaylee Goff again. He's got a bit of it in the last few minutes, so he'll be a bit happier. And he kicks it down the wing. Was Beck pushed in the back? Apparently not there, so it'll be a mark to Trent Clark for Lindisfarne now. He gets a quick handball back now, and it's taken by James Mitchell. He gets the kick down the line. Looks like it's gone to Justin Myers, and I think he's given away a free kick for holding the ball, so it's advantage now of the Tigers. Sullivan kicks inside 50. Bradford can't take the mark, gets two hands to it. Jason Hart tries to chase and can't. Bradford's chasing now. He can't get the tackle either. Edmondson just too quick there. He gets it off to Cunliffe, who gets the kick away. I think it's into the player and into 50 now. Webster tries to pick it up for the Tigers and can't, but Stevens has got it out in Godfrey direction. He fumbles it. He's pushed a bit and gets over the ball now. Looks like we'll have yet another ball up here.
Sam Godfrey was at the bottom of that pack, I think, Josh. He's certainly playing a little bit better in this last quarter.
Yeah, he's been playing all right in the last quarter, so he's picked his game up a bit.
Huxley in the goal, in the ruck. He gets it down. Langdale is there for Hobart, as is Fitz. Fitz hasn't imposed himself on this game.
He's
Josh.
been quiet today. It's a bit unlike him.
Gets up. Looks like he's a bit old. The way he got up that time.
Bit stiff, I reckon. He does throw himself under a lot, but yeah.
So it's thrown up, and Huxley gets the ball out. He's still in the ruck, but Lindisfarne have got possession of the ball. And try to wheel around with the ball, but Langdale, it comes through like the human torpedo, gets it out to Huxley. Huxley has plenty of time, kicks it down towards half forward line where Sam Reeves had it, gave it away. Now he's gone back in for it. What's going to happen? A ball up. So the umpire will ball it up as he looks at the Hobart big men, Huxley and Reeves there in the same position. Huxley gets it down again. He's done well in the ruck since he went in there. But there's three Hobart players on the ground, the ball underneath them, and the central umpire says, let me have it. Throws it up. Huxley gets the tap to Langdale, but Langdale's held without the ball. They all go to the ground, and guess what's going to happen?
Just another ball up.
Another ball up.
We just got a text through. It says, "Go Edge Radio, go Hobart Tigers." So certainly needing all the support they can get at the moment. The Tigers in a bit of trouble here, but we see Ganina now runs away from the stoppage and gets a handball to Ali. He takes it with two hands and handballs, but it's on the ground now, and Goff can't pick it up for the Tigers inside the forward 50. Woods lays a tackle, but Lindisfarne bringing the ball back out now, and it's out towards Trent Clark, who kicks now. Kicks to the left wing, and we've got Lindisfarne have the numbers here. They'll probably burn Hobart here. Joey Miller overruns it. Michael Flanagan scrapped a kick away for the Tigers as he's tackled. So Tim Langdale turns and brings the ball forward. That's a good kick inside 50, but there's not much there.
Edmondson's there. He gets the ball around. He kicks it out to Clark. Clark gets it on, and the ball is going very close to the boundary line. It'll be thrown in on the wing in front of the Hobart Tigers bench, and the Hobart Brains Trust not looking too happy at this stage, and who could blame them? 77 points down at Anzac Park, 22 minutes into the last quarter. There can't be long to go, Josh. We're seeing a call for a throw, and it'll be a Hobart kick.
Yeah, I think Braslin was called for that throw, so Huxley will take the kick for the Tigers there.
He's a good kick too, and he looks downfield, and in getting in the way, Edmondson, he is really imposing himself in this last quarter.
Yeah, well, he's making us call his name out a bit, making a late charge for some votes here perhaps, Edmondson. Looks like Lindisfarne have the ball now. There's a swarm of Hobart players around, and perhaps Godfrey paddles it forward now for the Tigers, but can't pick it up, and Lindisfarne have got the ball back now. It comes out the side, and Jake McPherson, I think, has cleared it now with a handball. It's a long handball, and it's picked up by number 26, Matthew Tringrove, who kicks long inside 50. It's headed to the point of the square. At one bounce, it's palmed off by the Lindisfarne player. There's a spin in and grabbed by number 4, I think, Bester, but he can't get on the end of the kick, and it's cleared now by the Tigers. The ball falls short of Beck, who's someone's all over his back, but he hasn't got a kick there. Sort of jumped in the back. And it's Trent Clark on the bottom of the pack there for Lindisfarne, so we'll have another ball up. Sort of jumped over the shoulder, need him in the back a bit, and then got tackled himself, so that was interesting.
Lindisfarne come away with the ball, a quick kick out of the pack, and it's kick down towards Mitchell Gruber. Mitchell Gruber has been a little bit quiet as the game's gone on, but the ball is out there in the pocket just outside the 50-metre zone for Lindisfarne, as we'll see another throw in. There have been plenty of stoppages in this game. The two Blues by 77 points over Hobart at this stage. Langdale has the ball. Can he get his boot to the ball? No, but he does get it forward, but only to a Lindisfarne player. Lindisfarne come out with the ball, and Ganninan gets crunched under the flying Lindisfarne player. Lindisfarne going forward, Anning on the 50-metre line, lines up and puts it straight through the centre. That's his second goal, Josh. He's played well.
Yeah, he's played really well, and it was a great handball to him from Joey Miller there. So both had really good days, as has our man Troy Cunliffe. So Lindisfarne looking pretty good today. So
that's an imposing margin there, Josh. We're looking at an 83-point margin. I didn't expect that when I came over the bridge today. I thought it'd be a closer game than this.
Yeah, I certainly thought it'd be a little bit closer, but Lindisfarne had just been absolute class today. So.
Rosie, you want to tell us if there's been any outcome up there at the Gabba?
Yeah, it's full time up at the Gabba, and in the end it was Hawthorn by 48 points. So Brisbane kept them on their toes, but Hawthorn in the end.
Thank you, Rosie. The ball's gone forward for Lindisfarne again. The Reverend said himself he was about to make yet another sermon. And coming away is the Hobart player with the ball, but he's kicked it up to number 18, Andrew Fleming, who we've mentioned a few times. Now, Andrew Fleming is a club veteran. Looks like an old-style player, Josh, would you say? An old-style athlete?
Yeah, he certainly does, but he's taken a good mark there.
Got those shorts, I think he might have borrowed them off Eddie Betts. So,
yeah, they're interesting shorts there. They're pretty baggy, aren't they?
They certainly are, but Fleming will have the last laugh on us, I imagine. He's kicked a nice ball, but it doesn't quite make the centre of the area, and in fact, it's gone through for a behind to Lindisfarne. So that's 84 points for Lindisfarne. Surely Hobart can keep it under the 100 points at this stage.
So we see now Bradford to bring it back in for the Tigers here. And he's got pretty well zoned off by Lindisfarne here, so he's not got a lot on. But he kicks long and to the right now. It looks like it's headed towards the ruckman from Lindisfarne, Blair Fazackley, who can't take it, and Huxley's got in the way and got a handball off to Langdale. Langdale runs and kicks down the wing. He's been good for the Tigers today. He gets it to Reeves, who marks probably 60 metres out on the right-hand side. He barks orders and kicks down the line now. He's got Langdale back. Langdale runs wide onto the boundary line, throws it on the boot.
Oh,
it's come back, but not quite enough. It's through to the right for a behind there. That was a pretty good kick from Langdale, though.
It was. I thought it might curl around, but not to be for the Tigers. as Lindisfarne come away from the kick out. Nice.
It's a good grab there too.
Out there. That was Tringrove, I think, was it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it certainly was, Matthew Tringrove. So great grab to him, well done.
He's on the edge of the square. He's called to play on. He kicks it up fairly high. Cunliffe's there, but he's not able to get the ball. Neither is Callum Mitchell. Tigers come away with the ball, looking for an option downfield. Goes wide to Langdale. It's just out his fingertips. He stretches. He's gone to ground. What's happening there, Josh?
Sort of fell over, didn't he?
He did. Looks like he might have had enough.
Looks like Matthew Howe brings it, kicks it inside 50 for Lindisfarne. It bounces to Oliver Rand, the Reverend, who can't quite take that one. And we see Flanagan try and bring it out now for the Tigers, but it's back to the Reverend again. We see that signature glove there. He gets the kick to the middle of the ground, but the siren goes.
The siren has
Cunliffe
gone.
might have got another one there.
It's an 83-point victory for the Lindisfarne New Jet 2 Blues. So a thumping victory, in fact, for Lindisfarne over here at Anzac Park as the players congratulate each other on their efforts today. But it's certainly a bit of a surprise, and I would have thought that Hobart would have been a bit closer, Josh. How did you see this game unfold?
Well, Lindisfarne were just too good, and when they put the pressure on, Hobart couldn't respond. They didn't manage enough of that spread that we talked about, and Lindisfarne were just too damaging coming off half back, really. So
for the goal kickers for Hobart, well, I saw 3 for Beck, 2 for Dylan Huxley, 1 for Ganninan and 1 for Luke Sullivan. And that's really not enough, is it? The Tigers finished up with 51 points to the 2 Blues 134, so quite a big margin there. Josh, of the goal kickers for Lindisfarne,
so
who did you see?
We see the Reverend with 5 there, Oliver Rand, and Andrew Fleming with 1, Matthew Tringrove with 1, Jake McPherson with 1, Troy Cunliffe with 2, Nick Hutchinson with 1, Nick Braslin with 2, Jack Anning with 2, and Blair Fazakli with 1. So certainly a wide spread of goal kickers for Lindisfarne there, probably showing how well they played today. So
it really was a team effort by Lindisfarne, and I think an impartial observer would say that Lindisfarne have a pretty even spread of talent. They've got some good tall players, and quite a few of them, whereas Hobart tended to rely too much on their stars. They relied on Sullivan, who gave a lot in the first half. Reeves, who was a reasonable player when he was in the ruck, but didn't give a lot up forward. Beck came into the game as the game wore on.
Yeah, Beck came in late.
But Langdale was there in the first half, but we're seeing pictures of the Lindisfarne boys coming off, and Troy Cunliffe, was he best on ground, Josh? Who do you think was best on ground?
I think Troy Cunliffe probably was best on ground for the first 3 quarters. Did quieten in the last quarter, but probably rightfully so. Very closely pushed by Oliver Rand, I would have thought, up forward as well. He was pretty damaging with the 5 goals won. So.
Now we've got a text from Ben Harrison, SFL League Manager, and it reads, congratulations to the Co-op Toyota Hobart Tigers and their community partner Edge Radio 99.3 FM on their delivery on radio of the live coverage of the SFL senior game from Anzac Park against Lindisfarne. A terrific initiative for community football, and already looking forward to joining you next week at the TCA ground for next week's game against Huonville. Well done to all involved. Ben Harrison, SFL League Manager. Well, thank you very much, Ben Harrison, for your text. Great to have a text in from Ben, and for all those people who've texted in during the day. Well, Rosie, what can you tell us about the AFL at this stage?
Well, we're 19 minutes into the 4th quarter in Alice Springs. Port Power leading by 39 points over Melbourne Demons. And a new game's about to get underway at Etihad, St Kilda Saints against the Fremantle Dockers.
Okay, thank you for all your AFL score updates today, Rosie. It's been great to have you here and to hear the AFL scores as they come in. Now, we've got a number of people to thank for our broadcast today. First of all, I'd like to thank my co-commentator, Josh. Well done, Josh. It's been great to have you on air, and also like to thank you, Al, for your boundary line work. Al's giving us the thumbs up as we hear the Lindisfarne club song being belted out by the triumphant Lindisfarne players. Thank you, Rosie, for your AFL score updates. We've got another score here, or another text in from Ben Harrison. 3-quarter time scores from around the grounds. New Norfolk 15-7-97 lead Dodgers very comfortably at Boyer by 59 points. Now, our guest yesterday on Consuming Sports, Darren Matheson, wouldn't be too impressed with that score, Josh.
No, he wouldn't be too happy with that one, would he? Certainly not the valley of love for him today.
No, Claremont 11-12-78 lead Huonville at Abbotsfield Park by 27 points. That's a bit closer than I would have expected, Josh.
It is, so perhaps Huonville putting up a good showing out at Abbotsfield Park. So.
Signet 12-14-86 lead Sorrel 9-9-63 at Signet by 23 points. And of course, we've already seen the outcome of this game, an 83-point win to the Lindisfarne New Jet 2 Blues. Well, I've thanked my co-commentators. The other people I'd like to thank for our broadcast today, the Lindisfarne Football Club. I'd like to thank Edge Radio's community partner, the Co-op Toyota Hobart Tigers. Hobart Football Club, well done, and well done to you, Russell Young. You might be a bit media shy, but a great initiative for you to get behind, and thank you very much for your involvement. I'd like to thank Tim. Now, I might need a little bit of help with Tim's surname there.
Sorry, it's Chirigakis.
Chirigakis. Now, I've known Tim for a couple of years, but never had to pronounce that surname. I've seen it there a couple of times on minutes and things like that, and I've thought, now, where did that surname come from? But we've heard it today. Chirigakis. Tim Chirigakis has been supporting us in the broadcast van. I'd also like to thank Martin Duff from Duff TV, and the team at Duff TV have provided us with the pictures and the nice sheltered location from which we can bring you the game today. I'd like to thank the Southern Football League, but most of all, I'd like to thank you, the listener, the Edge Radio listener, the person who keeps Edge Radio going, the Edge Radio supporter. And what a great experience it's been to be over here at Anzac Park. Unfortunately for Hobart, it's been quite a big defeat, but we've just seen a full-time score come in from Boyer. New Norfolk 17-9-111 defeated Dodgers Ferry 11-3-69 by 42 points. So not quite as big a margin as here, Josh, but a good win for New Norfolk. And New Norfolk, as the season goes on, looking more and more dangerous.
Yeah, they're certainly hitting their straps. So they struggled early with just the one win, but the 3 wins in a row now. So they're back on track, and maybe things are looking up for them. Not as bleak as they were at the start of the year, that's for sure.
As the dusk settles over here at Anzac Park, it's starting to get a bit dark and starting to get a bit cold, and it's time for us to mention next week's game, Hobart versus Huonville from the TCA, a beautiful ground up on Hobart's glebe, known to some as the Sun Bowl. Let's hope it's like that next weekend when we see Hobart take on Huonville. And that should be a good match because Huonville is showing some good form. Hobart will need to regroup, recap and look to re-strengthen their team and resurge next week, Josh.
Yeah, they'll certainly be needing to be bouncing back. A win over Huonville last time down at Huonville, so it should be a really cracking contest. Huonville obviously hitting their straps against Claremont today. So
yes. Okay, well, that sums it up for us here at Anzac Park. I'd like to thank the Co-op Toyota Hobart Tigers and Edge Radio for putting on this great event from Anzac Park, and I'd like to thank Alistair Ling for being the technical genius who made sure that we could actually be heard on the FM airwaves. This is Rod from the commentary team, the central commentary position I suppose you'd call it, over at Anzac Park, signing off for Edge Radio 99.3 FM.
Co-op Toyota Hobart Tigers and Edge Radio are proud community partners.
Started